So, welcome everyone for the final set of games from the first round between the gloriously overpowered sexy unicorns and the united emu Directorate from first round of playoffs. If there's any sound that should be raised or lowered, feel free to say so in chat. It's the second time ever I'm hosting, so bear with us.
Yeah.
Join with me today I have Supperman.
Yeah. Hey everyone. Glad to be here. Looking forward to this Super GO.S.U cast. And this is still very even and can go either way. So these games gonna be good. Looking forward to it. Glad to be here.
Yes. So let's jump into the first game. We will start with Arcane Winds versus Archifres. I also have a secret third co-caster that might sound from time to time, but hopefully not too much.
Sounds good.
So
So
in the top right corner for U.E.D we got the red Zerg, Archifres.
and in the bottom right corner for the gloriously overpowered sexy unicorns GO.S.U, we got Arcane Winds, also repping Clam as the teal Protoss.
Yes.
So
Uh,
Pete is on butter.
Luckily we got expertise knowledge here in one Zerg caster and one Protoss caster.
We'll try our best, but of course, none of us are.
Oh.
We're all learning here, so looking forward to this match. Any thoughts on these players? Any specific knowledge?
Not really. I know that they faced off in the last round of regular season, and Arcane Winds was a bit hiding in the start of the season, but then came out towards the end.
Indeed.
And I've seen him from prior seasons.
Yeah, I believe he was in the last season of CPL too. I think I played him in preseason there. So he's back at it. So, this is the 9 pool from Zerg.
Oh yeah.
So looking to get aggressive here early on.
And we're getting a forge opener from Arcane Winds.
Yeah, very
with
typical.
the probe sitting here trying to deny the natural.
Yeah, this is a bit scary against 9 pool though. I mean, depending on if he did get the correct read that it is a 9 pool, or if he's just sitting here thinking it's maybe an overpool. Because blocking the hatch is really good, but if you're not aware and suddenly the links catch your probe, you can be in a bit of a trouble.
Yeah, for sure. Also, you can kinda pull ling attention with your probe, since it's denying the hatchery, so can buy some extra time. The pylon here I think will get cancelled.
Yeah,
but we'll see how many links Archifres will commit to this move out.
4 links so far going towards Protoss, double cannon at home, which is kind of it's a safe textbook way of doing it. Oh, the probe goes down. That's unfortunate.
But it delayed the hatchery for some good time, and the pylon cancel was right on time.
Yeah, I think Arcane Winds will be safe here. Pulls quite a few probes actually.
Oh.
But he is.
He did get all the links. Well, it's 2 more links in the middle of the map, but.
And behind this, what does Zerg have?
No gas coming up, but the third is coming up now.
Yeah.
That's pretty
He's
good.
Looking to transition here.
Yes.
Forced out the 2 cannons, which is, I mean, that's a normal outcome, honestly.
Yeah.
In this matchup.
4 lings for 2 cannons is an okay trade.
Yeah,
And I guess delayed hatchery too.
indeed.
Work count still kinda even. We're getting gas coming up from arcane winds here, which is the regular time it connects with when the gate finishes, so you can make the core not far after. From Artifresh we're just now putting dudes on gas. If I were to try to predict, I would say that I don't think it will be a lair based opener, but yeah.
That it definitely won't be. Just places that down right in the eyesight. But I mean, it's good to, at some point, if you delay it for too long, the hydras won't be that effective, you know. So
Yeah, and I mean sometimes by showing the Hydra, then you can like get a lot of value without actually committing too hard to making Hydras.
definitely, you can still drone out of a few hydras here.
Yeah.
That is definitely possible.
This probe here is getting like he's having his Sherlock Holmes on, moving around secretly in the shadows and in the open, keeping alive, seeing everything, and we get the lair as soon as the probe leaves the main.
Sneaky.
But maybe 2 more lings to like make sure the probe doesn't get in again would be nice. We're getting a Stargate follow up from Arcane Winds.
Yeah, looks very normal. Besides the 2 cannons at the start from our Protoss player here. I do see like
nice. Drone.
Tried to glitch drones. I think one of those were not mining actually for a bit there, so that's a bit unfortunate for the Zerg, but isn't able to catch the probe yet. They are pretty slippery as long as you keep microing them, of course. But then you need to keep the build at home also going.
Yeah, it's.
We do have this +1/+1 very kind of textbook looking build coming out from the Protoss here.
Yeah. And yeah, this probe was oiled up before entering the base.
Yeah, you can say that. There we have 3 drones at the third, and 6 minerals in the natural, and now hydras. So it's like it is kind of a 9-6-3, but with a lair.
Yeah.
Probably for overlord speed, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Could be like faster lurkers too, or maybe just to like put some question marks in the head of Arcane Winds.
Possible. These hydras will also be able to deal with any Corsair harass.
Yeah, there the probe goes down thanks to Mr. Sunken.
And now these hydras are by the Protoss natural. Range isn't done just yet, but there's only 2 cannons.
2 cannons can be sniped, but it's a lot of zealots though.
Definitely, the zealots can act as good in shield here. More cannons going down. Citadel is finished.
Getting some extra cannons. Dealing with this overlord I think can be key, since we have...
Yeah, there's only one overlord here, so a deity could be a way for Protoss to get out of this pressure here.
Yeah, but we don't have any Templar Archive started just yet.
Yeah, it's not started yet. But
Zerg doesn't know that.
Yeah, there we have. Now, a key thing is whether the Zerg will be able to snipe this forge with the +1 upgrade. So far, I don't think so. I think Protoss will be able to get +1, which is a huge power spike in the matchup. Yeah. And he gets an overlord here. Very nice. Okay, wins. Really trying to. Oh, the Hydra's now looking at the forge, but these zealots are trying to keep them back.
Yeah, this cannon has a super long range.
They sometimes do in the vertical positions, don't they?
Yeah. Oh no, Corsair going down.
Corsair
but his buddies are there to avenge him.
They are. And behind this, Zerg is still making hydras.
Yeah.
Hasn't gone for that drone round just yet. So
we have the close to the the magic number. We have 10 in the main, 6 at the natural, 3 at the third.
Yeah, I mean, in drone count, that is the magic number. They're just.
It is.
I mean,
on paper, it's the
yeah.
perfect amount.
Yeah.
But now, after having been kinda equal on workers for almost all game, Arcane wins have pulled ahead with an 8 worker lead.
Yes, but now there's lurker tech. Oh, lurkers just finished. Eggs snorting now.
That overlord won't make it. Yeah, that's a lot of
And
lurkers, and we don't have
we
any
don't see a
storm.
robo started. And we don't have storm indeed. This can be a fat contain.
Yeah.
Oh, Road poking out.
Oh.
Trading with the Hydras decently with the +1, but horseback. Now the lurkers are ready.
Yeah, the lurkers finished, so this contain will get set up, but it can also get denied by just one Dark Templar and one Obs. But there are coming some support overlords through the center map.
Yeah, we have overlord speed now. The Corsairs not able to pick them off before they get to the Hydras, or they will get one here, but this is a tricky position now for Protoss to handle. Kind of, you need to have a cool mind to handle this properly.
Yeah, need to just remember that the units that ain't killing you yet, and try to keep calm.
Zealots poking out a bit.
Some Zealots taking some of the shots from the Hydras as the Corsairs swoop in to deal with the overlords.
Yeah, and we're making Dark Templars here.
One Dark Templar.
That's so unfortunate.
So now if Archifres will break the gateway, it will actually make Arcane Wind's army stronger.
Yeah, you could say that. Still no robotics here. And he knows there are lurkers. Choosing to spend the gas on Templar tech and Dragoons.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, Templars, they build up energy, so getting them earlier, I mean, you don't really need obs until you break out, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, he is doing a good job spending what resources he does have here.
And I liked also the lone rider going the Corsair at the natural and fourth, scouting and doing some harass behind.
Yeah, Arcane Winds has done a fantastic job with the Corsairs.
Yeah, keeping them activated and annoying for the Zerg here.
Behind this Zerg is just... He has taken a fourth base here, not saturated yet, still making Hydras, trying to...
Yeah, committing a lot to this contain.
Yeah, and also trying to keep his overlords alive. Bit tricky.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I personally would have liked getting up to like at least 12 more drones, as this contain will probably not get busted for a bit.
Yeah, it's scary though, because if you do drone just a bit too much and then suddenly... I mean, Zerg doesn't know that there's no observer yet.
Yeah, it's true. It's always that fine balance. You want to commit to the contain so it's hard enough to break out, but also not so much so that if it gets broken you die, because you have no infrastructure behind.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about here. Eventually, we have Storm coming now. We do have the Robo down. Observatory does build pretty quickly. And we're still on only 23 drones. So I'm worried here that if Zerg isn't able to keep this contain permanently and starve out the Protoss, then might be in a dire spot if the Protoss manages to break out.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can't really keep up with 44 drones with 22 drones. Here the only like strength in the Zerg position is the superior positioning and the tech, I guess. I mean, since you have cloaked units and the opponent doesn't have observers.
Oh, at the Zerg's third here, some Hydras.
Oh no!
A bit. Oh no! Don't kill her! Don't kill her! I think he was trying to kill the Corsair, but he missed. Oh no! Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, both hurts the mining and the larva, of course.
Yeah.
Oof.
But that just shows the destructive power of the Hydras.
Yeah, you can say that. Oh, Storm goes down.
Oh.
Gets a lot of Hydras with that Storm, actually.
Yeah. Wow. But don't lose all the Corsairs here.
No. These Corsairs have been getting so much value now, but
Actually,
Please don't lose them. We have a Spire going up behind this.
they don't have like a lot of kills, but they have a lot of psychological damage that doesn't get covered by the stats.
Yeah, but also this one Corsair at the top of the map.
Oh
3
yeah.
kills on his own against speed overlords. Okay, more Hydras coming in now towards Natural. We had that Spire. We have double Evo going, so Zerg is going to get into that 1-1 upgrade. Protoss on 1-0, going for first armor, which is about to be done as well. So we're going to have even upgrades here.
Yeah, and the hatchery is coming back up. I mean,
Yeah.
I like the double Evo, but and now we're starting to catch up in drones too.
Yeah, he got a few drone rounds. That's what he needs. He needs that. And Protoss, meanwhile, expanding the gate count. We have a shuttle here, and could go for a DT drop or a storm drop or something.
Yeah,
Maybe just.
I would like a DT drop.
Oh,
Oh,
observer goes down. You can't afford to do that. That's so it's difficult, but you can't. Oh, and there we have the shuttle being loaded up.
and Corsair scouting the travel path,
Clearing the way.
taking care of any struggling overlords.
Oh, there was one Hydra, but it's being moved to the mat. We
Mm.
won't see the shuttle. Oh my god, these Corsairs are doing so much.
Yeah,
We have some Scourge coming out now, but this is 7 Corsairs. You need a
with +1,
yeah,
the
not
Protoss
easy for
Armada.
Scourge to deal with. Oh, and here's the shuttle coming in. There's no Overlord at
Oh,
the
there's
base.
2 Scourge.
Oh,
Oh, don't linger. Okay, one DT.
that DT is stuck over there actually.
Oh no, and now Overlord spawned.
Oh, and meanwhile the Overlords at the third Arcane Winds using the multi-pronged attacks here to really just make life difficult. And Overlord comes out, the DT goes down to the Sunken, but here Zelt's in the main and go for the drone line.
And as the Corsairs are working on the Overlords.
Corsairs still getting value here, and the entire main mineral line is going down.
Yeah.
This is a lot. This is so difficult for Zerg to handle if all your units are up at the front.
Yeah,
Trying to contain the Protoss.
so much multitasking units always in the wrong place.
Hydra's being rallied to the Nat, but the Zelts are still going at it in the main, targeting the spawning pool now. And the Zerg is choosing to counter by attacking into the Protoss natural here, but this is a lot of cannons.
I think there was a storm that landed on the Hydras that kind of pulled them in, and then
oh yeah,
Archifresh just felt like, okay, I have to commit now, I've already lost too many.
Yeah, classic. Your units aren't on hold, they will kind of just follow the Templar back to their death.
It's actually a really smart move when you attack one location with the Corsairs just before you drop the Zealots, because there's a tiny cooldown on the you're getting attacked alert.
Right.
So
right.
if you attack the Overlord and then drop the Zealots, it's essentially Dark Templars.
You can say that. The Zealots in the main now just get picked off, but now the main isn't mining at all. Completely shut down here. Huge economic damage done by Arcane Winds here. The shuttle definitely worth its investment. We have second armor coming up. 2-2 coming up for Zerg too, but still a while away. And I'm just afraid now that eventually, if Arcane Winds can break out of this contain, he's in a very, very strong position. But this is 4-base Zerg, if he can resaturate it and kind of...
Yeah, but we're still on 3-base drone numbers.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh!
Oh.
Scourge and Corsairs don't mix. Oh,
they don't.
got another one.
And looking for a third base here potentially, but there's none of that. And we are approaching that 17, 18 minute mark, which is when Protoss starts to mine out.
Yeah, it's
Protoss
true.
does have a big bank though, so he will be able to sustain a few more minutes, but...
Yeah, if Protoss here could break out, could easily double expand and set up with a good amount of cannons. Maybe even should ferry over a probe with the shuttle. Would make sense.
More Overlords going down.
Oh, where? Oh.
At the third, at the top left. But there is a spore. Oh, a few Corsairs going down too. But these Corsairs have gotten a lot of value already.
Yeah, I think maybe Archifresh was thinking here the same thing as I was, and trying to scout
Oh,
to
another
see if.
shuttle at the top right. With a storm drop even on the minerals.
Oh, that
Huge
second
damage.
storm there was insane.
And does the shuttle get out? No, it gets
Ah,
picked off with
yeah,
2 Templar in it. But good damage, still good damage on the eco, even
yeah,
though he does lose the 2 Templar.
yeah, for sure.
Now Arcane Wind's killing off his own cannons, trying to prepare for getting this big army out of the natural. Isn't easy here on
Uh,
Fire.
this is a massive amount of goons though. As long
It
as
is.
these
It really
observers doesn't get sniped, and don't put Celos in the front, put goons in the front and storm behind, and then Celos way back in the back. I think
is.
it's possible.
This is an army with a ton of muscle,
Yeah, for sure.
pure ranged muscle.
I mean, it's too
Question is
much
if it.
for the natural to contain. I mean,
Oh,
oh, not the
he's moving out.
Celos.
The Zealots going in the front.
Oh, that
They
one
don't
nice
care.
storm, hitting both Hydras and Lurker.
Big storms there. Storms on Lurkers as well.
And Hydras on the map running around, not supporting the
I
contain.
think Archip is looking for hidden bases here, but
Yeah.
that gives Arcane Winds the opportunity to bust out of the containment. And now he has double the supply nearly. Really big army. He can choose to either expand or just go for a
Yeah.
full-on attack.
It must feel a bit anticlimactic when you break out and most of the army is out looking for the hidden base, and you're like, have I been
Ooh,
contained
huge
for
storm.
50 minutes by this? But
Huge storm on the Hydras, but at the natural there was a small flank. Oh, some goons coming up into the high ground third here, but there's no ops with them, and there's lurkers still.
yeah, I'm not sure about this one. I think you need to collect the army here.
Yeah, Protoss should group up here, I think, and then just.
It's a lot of Templars in the middle of the map with much energy.
Yeah, this is a very strong deathfall there from Protoss.
That's some big storm energy.
2-1 upgrades. Zerg trying to get into Hive Tech, trying to go for melee upgrades on links, but I'm not sure if he'll have the time here. This big Protoss deathball.
Yeah, this is a tough army, especially if you fight it uphill.
Fighting up high ground into storm, that's a very efficient trade for Protoss.
Yeah, Archifers do have an upgrade advantage, and the worker count is kinda even.
Yeah, he does.
But still need a few more hatcheries. The hatcheries are like made for the drone count we have been on like 5 minutes ago. So now to scale up with the drones need at least 3 more hatcheries, I feel.
Now going for the attack onto the 4th base while also trying to drop here at the 3rd, I think, with the storm and Zealots. Oh, huge storm at the 4th.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, goons are so strong now. If you attack with a small army and you get stormed.
Oh, and the 3rd gets stormed as well. Big damage on the eco here, but the lurkers do clean it up. Oof. Oh, big storms at the 4th as well.
Oh.
And now the drone line as well being stormed. Wow. Goons are slowly being picked off, but there's more in the back.
Yeah.
These storms have done so much damage.
I don't see where are the observers. There's one with the reinforcement army.
Yeah, it's tricky to see them on this map. Behind this, we do have a 3rd base for Protoss going up at the bottom left.
Hydra's spotted it, but they're coming some fellas to pick up the slack here.
And Protoss is just mined out, but he'll be able to transfer and keep up.
Yeah, you do have the workers to support the new expansion, for sure.
Yeah, and meanwhile the Zerg support base is going down here, and the question is now, can Zerg macro up an army to stand against this deathball?
Yeah.
Or will he be picked off piecemeal?
Oh.
Storm on the Hydras.
Archon with 16 kills.
Love to see that, love to see that. Still quite a few storms in this army.
Yeah.
But now Zerg trying to go for a flank maybe, and down the middle of the map here, looking to pick up reinforcements.
Yeah, I think that's you really want to like isolate this army.
Oh, storm on the Hydras there.
I mean, if there was an overlord here, you could like kill 66% of the observers. That can buy some time.
You can say that. Now the Protoss army moving back, maybe trying to collect itself and also clean up this little Zerg flank.
Oh, there's no storm down here, but I think it's not enough Hydras.
Yeah, I think just the raw gateway units here can keep the third base safe.
Yeah. I mean, if the third base would get denied, that would be games, because Arcane is kind of low on minerals
Yeah,
for
and
a situation.
behind this, Zerg does have a bank to macro off of. It's more the hatcheries right now, which
Yeah.
seem to be the issue with the fourth going down.
Yeah, exactly. And now Arcane Winds is taking another expansion. I do like this position here at 8 o'clock, uh, just because of 12 being killed and having map control.
Really, yeah, because it's further away than taking like the high ground base next to the main.
Yeah, it's more risky, and
Oh, come down here, you can't read up these
we
units.
get the
And
GG here from.
Press actually taps out.
Yeah.
Protoss got out of the contain, had a very strong push, took out the fourth, very nice shuttle harass.
Yeah.
And Archifresh had the right idea. I think Lurker Contain is very good on this map, but he wasn't able to get up a big economy behind it. And then eventually Protoss powered really hard on two bases and was able to bust out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think he kept his patience and composure, and it paid off in the end. I think if Archifresh would have made drones earlier, that could have been very scary.
Right.
But I mean, it was also, I think, that the Hydras weren't at the contain at the time there. But nice game. I really liked the harassments from Arcane Winds, and
Yeah.
the the drop play.
Yeah, a very nice multitask, I have to say. So we'll be going into game two here now on map is Good Night. And spawning in the top left, Red Zerg again. It's Archifresh.
And in the top right corner in the teal, we got Arcane Winds, who took the first game.
Right. So Good Night, DBZ, 4-player map. You can't go for the same pylon block as easily, I mean,
Yeah,
as reliably here. So I wonder what we'll see from these two players here.
yeah. I mean, with these positions, it would probably make sense to still get first scout for Protoss.
Right.
So it's still possible to get the deny if Arcane is going for a pylon scout here. But
Pylon in the natural. And I think this looks like a forge expand again, I believe. With the immediate scouts.
yeah, with the pylon scout is kinda indicative of Forge Expand. Where it
Right.
seems like we're getting a 9 pull from our Archifresh again.
Yeah, both players looking for the same build once again.
Yeah, and I don't hate it. I think 9 pool is actually a quite solid opener. You don't have to commit to lings, and you can still transition to macro.
Definitely, and also it's good to just practice kind of a single playstyle to some extent, at least in the opening. Just focus on improving that. I think that's a very good way to play if you're looking to improve.
Yeah. Gives you ability to put some pressure on.
Yeah, definitely. If the Protoss doesn't read it correctly, you can just and if he's a bit greedy, maybe not double scouting, you can also just pick up a nice little win.
Yeah.
But he does get the first scout here, so Arcane Winds had the response down in game one. Let's see if he's go for the same double cannon once again in this game.
Get the 6 lings here from Archifresh.
Right, none of that drone fake out.
And this time Archifresh goes directly for the third.
Right.
I like that move.
Not seeking to contest. Now, will he take it at the mineral only? He does. Okay.
And Arcane Winds is going for the gateway plus cannon response with prop and double cannon.
Oh, gateway and double cannon. That's
before Nexus. I'm not.
right.
I'm not totally sold on that. I'm going to be completely honest.
Prop goes down.
I guess maybe if you think that you didn't see the the drone passed by, so you think that Zerg is committing to the Lings since they didn't take the expansion.
Right. Then I get it. Yeah. But right now this is a kind of maybe overly safe, but at the same time being overly safe isn't bad either. Like if it keeps you in the game, if you're confident in your macro later on. Now the
Oh,
Link's trying for a run by here. We
oh
will
no.
get 2 Links into the main. Now this is the Protoss nightmare here. Fortunately, for Protoss there's no speed coming up. Now let's see if the Zerg can get anything done with these 2 Links here.
It seems like Arcane Winds cancel his Nexus to get the Zealot out.
Oh, did he? I missed that.
So,
Behind this, we do have drones from the Zerg, so not speaking to all in off of this.
and a relatively
Link,
fast gas,
Link is
comparatively.
just going for the Nexus here. They do tear through the shields quickly, but I assume he will send the first Zealot up here, try and deal with this. We're going for the probe now.
Yeah, I mean, attacking the Nexus is a constant threat. Now,
It is.
now the Zealot is coming up, so
They already took all the shields. The Lynx do so much DPS
yeah.
here. Now begins the micro battle here. But they didn't get any probes, I
Oh,
believe.
no,
Oh.
they didn't, and
Oh,
didn't
they're trying to go
disrupt
for one
mining.
down. Oh, one Link goes down. Oh, those Links go down. And that's all in all, I would say, a good position for Arcane Winds off of that.
Yeah, I mean they did get a lot of work done in the regards that they delayed the Nexus by quite a bit.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
But no probes got killed. So
Yeah.
overall favorable for Protossites, I think.
Right. We do have a probe scout coming in here now. Zerg going into that lair. We have 4 more Links here, which probably looking to deny the scout, but it will get in. We will see the lair.
And we
Yeah.
remember the greased up second probe from last game.
Right. We'll see now if it can handle 4 Links this time.
And Archifers is getting a creep colony here at the natural, potentially
And
since
third,
at third too. Yeah,
Right.
I think that these 4 links were made to like survive a potential Zealot move out, and then when the
Right.
probe arrived, they figured that since the Zerglings are occupied in the main, if there arrives one Zealot at the nat or the third, it's problematic.
Mhm. Right. Do these Sunkens tell you anything of what Zerg might do? Like, might this be Mutus, or is it just kind of a safety measure?
I'd say, generally speaking, that if Zerg is getting Sunkens, it means they're going for Mutas. Since
Right.
if you're going for Hydras, you'll generally have units to counter any Zealots. You might still
Right.
want like safety Sunken, but
Right.
if you don't get Sunkens while going Spire and you want to go Mutas, you can't be using them offensively if Protoss attacks you at all.
Yeah. We do have a Spire here, but already the Stargate is already done. First force there on the way. So I think he will be able to get at least 1, maybe 2 Overlords even here before we get Scourge out.
I think the mnemonic is if the Corsair arrives and the Spire is done, you won't get an Overlord.
Right.
But if it's not done and you have like one within range, you can at least get one and get out scot-free.
Right. Behind us, the Zerg now getting into a nice drone count compared to the Protoss. Protoss going for the scout right away, which is, I would say, the correct move here. To just get in and see what's actually going on. And as you said, a lot of drones indeed. And now he is able to just start picking away at the Corsair here. And with these 2 more Overlords coming towards the Protoss main here, it might be quite a lot of food for these Corsairs.
Sacrificial scouts.
Yeah, you can call them that. Overload in the main does go down. Behind this, we have the +1/+1 again from Protoss. Cannon in the main mineral line and in the natural, so he is worried about Mutalisks.
I'm a little bit confused, but we see Mutas being
Scourge
made.
coming out. Scourge coming out now. Will they catch the Corsair?
No.
I think he'll get away.
Yeah.
And he's able to get the third Overlord in the main as well here now. I would say a strong position here for Arcane Winds as it stands.
Yeah, and there's cannons here to keep the Corsair safe.
Right. And he has trapped the troll. He can stack. Oh, yeah, the Scourge does go down here.
Yeah.
Now the
Zealots
Zealots are
sneaking
moving
out.
out. I believe they do not have speed or +1. +1 almost done, but this is no speed. But now the question is, oh, Corsair goes down to some
Oh.
Scourge here. The Mutas are out, but it's 2 Corsairs against 3 Mutas. Zealots looking to do some damage. If they can get on top of one Sunken, they can take it out here and just go for the drone line. While the Mutas
Oh.
are now.
Yeah. And I think they got here without getting seen.
Yeah, I don't think the Zerg saw this because these Mutas need to stop the Zealots. Oh, huge damage here on the drone line from Arcane Winds.
Yeah.
Zerg behind is making more Scourge. And
Oh.
Mutas. Oh, okay, the Mutas are here now. They'll be able to kind of force the Zealots away.
Yeah. Without speed, we will take a lot of damage in the Zealots.
Right.
I would actually have preferred like committing to the hatchery.
Right.
But I see also the argument for not doing it.
Yeah.
Since it's only like 3 mutas.
Yeah, he could maybe also like try and split off some, but I mean, keeping the units alive is very good here because the next push with speed will be very strong.
Indeed.
And behind this, we have Zerg going for both air carapace and ground carapace. So looking to go heavy on this Muta Scourge play.
Yeah, and maybe
Protoss
like
is
Mutal
not
Ling.
possible, an old school style, but not
Mm.
unviable. Protoss isn't making further Corsairs though. He's on 3 Corsairs. So he
Yeah.
doesn't have the magic number to one shot. Oh, he's as I say that, of course, he starts remaking Corsairs. But yeah, the magic number of 5 Corsairs with +1 to one shot the Scourge.
Yes.
You do kind of want that. Zealots moving out again on the map, and I don't think they were seen, so this can. Now there's more Sunkens at the third though, but this can still get some damage done.
Yeah, I don't think 2 without any Zergling support can.
Yeah, going straight for the drones here.
Oh.
He knows what he wants.
Yeah. He wants that drone blood.
Yeah, big damage here. And now the Muta is kind of being forced back and forth. This is a big Muta number, but they aren't able to kind of neither deny the damage from the Protoss or kind of get harassment done.
Yeah.
Because there are quite a lot of cannons and Corsairs in the Protoss main.
Yeah, Protoss has seen the amount of Mutalisks in this army, and also the Corsairs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean Scourges. But so defending appropriately.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
even though Archifres has done a lot more drones this game, like it's only been drones and these Mutalisks and Scourge.
Right.
These strike forces from Arcane Winds is keeping the numbers down.
Diamond cannons here now.
Oh,
We have
is that focus firing with Scourges?
I'm not sure.
I think
Okay,
it's
the
focus
Corsairs
firing with
coming in now.
Scourges. That's insane.
Corsairs coming in now. They'll be able to now with the Scourges gone. They'll be able to chase away the Mutas here.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
not a fight you want to take as Zerg.
Yeah. Protoss getting into seven gateways now. Oh, double Stargate even really, and Templars.
Oh,
So he's
doubling
really
down.
committed to the anti-air game here. Behind
Yeah.
us, we still more Mutas from Zerg, and I think that's +2 air carapace even.
Yeah, the
that-
+1 is done. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, air battle here. Okay, Zealots
Seals exposed.
being forced back a bit.
I like the
really like-
+1 armor here from Arcane Winds to mitigate the glaive bounces and such from.
Right, it's very good
Mutalisks.
for the Templar also to
Yeah.
keep them alive against Muta snipes. We have these scouting lings and the overlords everywhere looking for hidden bases. He was looking for hidden bases in game one as well. It's very nice. I mean, it's definitely a way Protoss can kind of get a quick one on you if they do manage to sneak a base out, and suddenly it's not 2 base Protoss, but 3 bases.
Yeah,
earlier
map
than
control is
expected.
power. Also,
It is.
if you have like one spotterling at 3 o'clock, you will see if like the Corsairs are moving down there, so you know that it will take longer time for them to come back, so you can counterattack the main with Mutas, for example.
Right. Now, Protoss making dragoons now. Oh, one gets stuck by killing a pile here. Oh, trying to go for some snipes. Yes, here.
I think playing it cool here with the double forge and Corsairs, I think is the right play from Arcane Winds.
Right. Archie Press looking to get damage still here, but now we do have these ranged Mutas and
Oh, that storm.
big storm on the Mutas, huge storm. Oh, none of them. They mostly survive, but with very low HP. These
Yeah.
Mutas cannot try to fight the Corsairs anymore, or even the Dragoons. Huge storm there.
So like
Now
one
behind.
engage with the Corsairs can mean
Yeah.
Mutalisk Marinara
Right.
in just a
They're
few
trying to
seconds.
get a fourth base up here, and also going into Hive, adding another evil. But this, I have to say, he's been trying to play a lot with these Mutas here, but behind it,
Shit.
it
Yeah.
Caster here, he's beginning to bank a little bit. It's of course very difficult to manage this Muta comp and also macro at home, but now he needs more hatcheries to kind of spend all this money. He's making links, which are very resource efficient, and they do have the upgrades, but I don't know how they'll do here before high tech.
Yeah.
Oh,
Plus one carapace
Muta's going down.
against +1 from the. Oh, that storm.
Oh, big storm on the links there.
Yeah, you can't.
Muta's barely clipping it, but
Oh.
now we have this Protoss ball again coming out. Again, kind of a repeat one, even though it's a different Zerg comp.
Yeah, that
And
was
Protoss
a
taking a third.
brutal one.
Oh, very brutal for Zerg there. Now, Hive is about to finish. Zerg even trying to take a fifth base now in the bottom left, but now the question is, can Zerg kind of sustain this? Or will the Protoss ball just slowly move up and break him now with all these damaged mutas still in?
Yeah.
The Link's not at their full power just yet.
Yeah, and I mean, Arcane didn't start for plus. Oh, Grey Respire. That's an interesting tech.
Oh, looking to go into Guardians here, maybe.
Yeah, maybe and Devours.
Yeah, I mean, there are quite a lot of Corsairs. Devours would do well, but the question is if he can afford that.
Yeah, and he can't deal with these goons or the
Yeah.
storms.
Link's looking to do a backstab here, but there's quite a few cannons. Crackling is just done yet, so Link's stuck, so we're not getting good surface area on the cannons.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
always these pesky buildings in the way.
Yeah, that's about as efficient as you're ever going to see cannons trade against Links. Usually 12 Links kill an infinite amount of cannons, but not there. Okay, now Protoss trying to move out here with this third base established. What will Zerg do? Adrenal is done, but this is a 40 supply lead for Protoss. A pretty comfortable position, adding more gateways. And Zerg is kind of trying to drone
Oh,
out
don't
a
get
bit.
baited here.
Oh, a few more mutas going down. We are still on that mutilating energy. Oh, Corsairs!
You can actually take this fight, I think, for Protoss. I mean, you probably want this fight. Just go in with the Corsairs and clear up the airspace. Since there's no spores here.
Scourge coming up.
Devour's coming up.
Oh, there's the fat Devourer morph coming out from Archpress. Getting spicy here, but now the Protoss ground army is in front of the natural. There's no lurkers here, which is kind of what stops Protoss often from just waltzing into the base. Oh, Scourges. Storm kind of putting some units as well, but these zealots 2-2 here against the Lynx.
Oh, that storm.
Zealots are training very well. Ooh, fat storm. The Devourers are down now, but big storm on the Devourers here. As of course doing work, but all the Devourers now going down with the storms here. And
I mean, Devourers are really, really tanky, but nothing can tank Storm.
No, Storm is pretty strong. Storm is a pretty good unit, as people say.
6 Storm.
Now Storm on the drone lines too. And I think Arcane Winds might have busted through here. Lynx do trade efficiently against Dragoons, but in small numbers they don't really do that well. And Archpress taps out. GG.
GG.
That's a 2-0 to Arcane Winds.
It is. Wow. I did not expect anything from how that.
I didn't expect Devourers in this series when I was going into it.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Okay. So this Mutaskirt style, it is cool to make work. It is. But I think it is really difficult to keep up behind it on the macro. we saw Archie Press holding like 2,000 in the bank behind it.
Hmm.
It is difficult to keep everything going back at home while trying to get damage with the Judas here.
Yeah, sure. It's a very fickle style, but can also be very strong.
Yeah,
Uh,
these were strong games. I have to say.
yeah, actually, and I liked the adaptations from the first game to the second game
Right,
from
right.
Archifres. Because in the
Mm,
first game it was only Hydras and the Lurkers, and in the second game it was none of those, but a lot
yeah,
more drones.
yeah. Kind of just okay. I'm gonna do one of the two and not go for the other one. No lurkers there meant that I guess that Protoss could kind of just A move once he had the big block of units, but I'm not sure if he would have had the gas for lurkers and that many mutas either. So it's a difficult position.
Yeah, for sure. And I did like the expansion towards the 5 in the moment of adversity to try to get back the position. Uh,
Right, right. Taking more bases, always
uh,
a good thing.
yes. Okay, so let's get ready for the next set.
So now we are. What's our score now? It's 9-6 for
Yes,
GO.S.U, I believe.
and
So now UED are on match point here. Needs its
GO.S.U,
first
yeah,
10 wins. No, yeah, sorry, GO.S.U are on match point here. UED need to win from now onwards
yes,
to, as it is first to 10 wins
indeed.
for this series.
We'll I will take the Jazz versus Quirky set now. Um, I'll try to see what's up with min return, so I'll be muted, but I'll still be camera.
Okay, sure. So back on butter here, we have in the top right, we have Quirky's bad macro, aka Quirky, in the magenta Protoss. And in the bottom right, we have Ditmals, aka Jazz, as the teal Terran for GOSU. So PvT on butter, it's a two-player map, so there is room for shenanigans here, but of course you'll have to see. I think the early game is very dictated by kind of what Protoss chooses to do here, whether they choose to go for any gas steal or proxy or anything like that, or if they choose to go into a normal game. Of course, Terran can then respond, but right now it seems like no proxies right away. Pylon in the main, but the probe is going out, so I think this might be a gas steal here coming out from our Protoss player. Meanwhile, Terran depot at the command center, very standard. No, you can try and wall actually on this map with a supply depot and a barracks at the entrance, but if the probe gets in too early, then pros can still get the gas steal off. We have a gateway here, so not going for any of that Nexus first stuff. Might see some zealots looking to pressure here. Oh, barracks at the front, but the probe can get in here, I believe. And oh, poking at the SCV. This is really annoying. Oh, and behind this, Toros getting his own gas. They're sending a second SCV here to deal with this probe because this is very annoying to deal with. Even the third SCV, maybe this one going after scout. Now, this Terran does take their own gas here. So, normal builds. Oh, repair on the SCV, 9 HP on that. Very annoying to deal with. This this probe just wreaking havoc. Protoss back at home, getting the cyber core. Looking to go into Dragoons here. No zealots. And I think the probe went down actually, so that's nice to get that. Quirky behind this has kind of already fallen down. He lost one probe, but he's also down two more workers, so this is a bit unfortunate already cutting workers for a second gateway here, looking to put on a lot of pressure, but if Jazz is able to hold, then they will have an eco advantage here going into later into the game. Now Zealot moving out, SCV will be able to see it. We have the factory going down. So Zealot's not sure if it wants to go for the Terran base or looking to hunt the SCV just yet. And now, will Terran want to expand? We do only have one on gas, so I think Terran will want to expand here. But with the Zealot coming, he kind of needs to have a bunker eventually. This factory won't be done in time, I believe. We'll have 3 Marines. 3 Marines can handle one Zealot with good micro, but it's not an easy situation either. Now we have a Dragoon coming up from the Tarawa, and we have range coming and 2-gate production, so looking to put on a lot of pressure. And behind it, even a Citadel. Looking to get real spicy here. Only 3 Marines, no bunker. SCV moving out, looking to try and take the bunker. We have add-on first, and we have the command center going down inside the main. Terran respecting this pressure from Protoss here. Now the bunker has been started. Oh, getting on top of the Marines. And on the SCV here, the SCV can tank a bit. But now with the Zealot and the Dragoon coming, will the bunker be done in time? I think it will barely be done. We have a tank coming. Oh, the Marines need to get inside the bunker here. Of course, the Protoss does the usual move, the wide walk. Looking to get into the main here now. We'll have 4 Marines, a 5th one coming out soon, and a tank. Focusing the Doom, but the Zealot does get a lot of damage down here. Now, 3rd Marine coming out and a tank. So Terran will be able to hold right now, but now behind this we have the Templar Archives coming down. And the question is, will Protoss realize this? Will the Terran realize this? Sorry. Will there be detection out in time? Goon getting baited into the bunker range here. Bit unfortunate. We have Siege coming, so looking to respond to 2-gate Goon pressure, but this isn't Goons, I think. This is going to be the Adun Toridas. And also we have a Nexus here from Protoss. Now, Protoss did cut quite a lot of workers here. So if this DT doesn't do big damage here, then Terran can be in a good position, but the Templar Archives is done, and there's no... The eBay has been started, but I'm not sure if it will be in time. I'm not sure here. It is a bit of a wall. I'm not completely confident if it does wall against DTs. DTs are pretty slippery, but there's no mines here. They're only being researched now. No vultures out on the map. And this eBay is still... Oh, okay. The eBay should be finished by the time DTs get here, I think. This is a bit of a long rush distance. Depends if Terran throws down the turrets. And it is 4 Marines in the bunker, so there's quite a bit of DPS against the DPs, but they are coming out now. Let's see if they can get anything done. Turret going down. Behind this we have Dragoons, so looking to transition if this doesn't do good damage. Oh, this is going to be close. DT's coming in. Turrets not done yet. Will they get the SCV? Oh, they're trying to go for the SCV. They get the SCV, but one DT goes down, but the other one is in the main, and there's no turret here. This is a tough position for Terran. There's no scans. Now the Terran needs to scramble and try to get up turrets without the DT picking up the SCVs, making them. This is very tough. The Academy is being built, but this is going to be quite a bit of damage dealt by our Protoss player here, and they can macro behind it. Terran is kind of thrown off their build completely. All the SCVs being pulled away from the mineral line, trying to get up turrets. DT going for the turret here. But the Academy is about to finish, so Terran will be able to start a scan, at least in the natural. Another turret attempted to be constructed. Yeah, we have the scan coming at the natural here. So Terran taking a lot of damage, but I think we'll be able to defend in the end here. But this did a very good job for Protoss, keeping up the pressure, delaying the Terran further and further. Really a tough position to play out. But still, Terran in a worker lead here. Terran did build quite a lot more SCVs early on. Okay, the scan in natural does finish. Tank siege. The problem now, will a DT? Okay, some vultures are out now, so Terran can scan and pick up this DT. Yeah, There we go, but 7 kills on the DT. Great damage there. Disrupted mining also for a really long time. And behind this, Protoss is building up the goon count, building more probes. 3-gate goon production is pretty strong. Now getting a robo, looking to get observers, I would assume, or maybe a drop, we don't know yet. But even then, Terran still ahead in workers, just has been a bit more consistent producing SCVs. And that's if it goes into a big macro game, that might end up getting Terran back into the game. Now there's quite a few goons here up at the front, but Terran does have siege mode, so I'm unsure they'll be able to do any damage. Mostly just posturing here, looking to pick up any vultures maybe. Terran scanning, sees the main, sees tree gate, doesn't see the tech too much. Now Protoss throwing down a third base. We do have speed zealots coming out, a speed upgrade for the zealots, and some zealots being built. So maybe trying for some kind of speed lot bust against the Terran here can be a way to win the game if you get on top of the tanks, definitely. But also with the third base coming, Protoss can continue into more of a macro game. More gateways coming down, and some vultures trying to move out here, but the Protoss units are here and will be able to pick them off. Gets 2 of them. No mines being planted, unfortunately. Oh, some mines going down now. No observer yet, actually, for Protoss. So these mines, if they do get down, a bit of a mine hit there. Terran sieges. Loaded racks here at the right will be forced back. Behind this, Protoss really slacking a little bit on the probe production, unfortunately. 26 probes still against Terran's 32 SVs. So at least with 3 Nexuses, maybe they can catch up, but right now Terran just kind of progressing their build at home. Going up into that starport, third factory. Don't see an armory yet, so... Oh, some goons being baited into tank fire here, very unfortunate. Now, we have the third base up. A Stargate coming now from the Protoss, so maybe looking to go into Arbiters here. Definitely a strong tech choice against Terran. Meanwhile, Terran planting the third CC in the main, not confident to move out here against this big goon count. Just fine. And just kind of macroing at home. We have a full wall of the natural here, actually, I believe, with pylons and cannons, really respecting the possibility of a vulture run by. Oh, more goons being picked off by the tank fire. Rough. And both players just progressing their builds. They're going into a science facility, so I would say looking to go into that late game style, but do want to see an armory though at some point. Behind this, Protoss just doing their own build. Oh, scratch that. This isn't going to be Arbiters. This is a fleet beacon being made here in the second Stargate. Protoss looking to go into those carriers. Now, Butter, I do want to say, is a better carrier map than an Arbiter map. Personally, I think so, at least, because of the narrow kind of pathways, making it difficult for Protoss. But we'll see here. Terran's third command center is done. 4 factories. We have EMP coming now, so and a vessel. So is this? Terran has the read that this is going to be Arbiters, but so far it doesn't look like it. Now the question is, will Protoss be able to sustain carriers here off of this worker deficit? But of course, if they can get carriers out without Terran scouting, that's a very powerful move and can just win the game if Terran isn't prepared for it. Now this third CC is being floated over to the third base at the hill here. Looking to take that. Terran does have a pretty good worker lead. So the question is now, will these carriers go unscouted, or will Terran be able to respond? 'Cause, 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 also against carriers, either you want like a 2-base push, I believe, or you want, if you are going for 3-base, you do kind of want upgrades for them, for the mech units. Just in general, upgrades are so good for mech. So the armory only going down now is a bit worrying, honestly. But this is still a decently sized mech army, but hasn't been able to land the third CC just yet. And the Protoss now moving over to that angle, looking to deny the third, but oh, Vulture's coming up here. It'll be a bit of a fight. Mine's going down. EMP on the goons! And some of them go down, but a lot of Vultures have been bled up now. Tank being sieged. The goons can try to pounce on top of it, but they are taking a few big hits. But this is all buying time. Terran isn't able to get their third base up. 2 carriers are done. 2 more in production. 2 more being queued even. Double core. Oh, okay. Now the Terran army is coming up, sieging. These goons will have to back up eventually, but they are getting so much value there up in the high ground, taking out these goons. These vultures, I mean. Now, the goons themselves are being picked off slowly. So I think Terran will eventually be able to grab the third here, but this is delayed so the Terran a lot with this ramp here. And now the 2 carriers are moving out across the map. Let's see, I don't see any Goliaths at all just yet. I don't think Terran knows that this is carriers, so if they get on top here, sure, all the goons might go down, but this will still deny the third base and pick off even more tanks. Rough position. Goliaths now only just being started. So this is a pretty strong position for Protoss as these carriers went unscouted. Now, Terran can still macro off of 2 bases for a bit longer and get out of Goliath count, but the game isn't completely over just yet, but this is a bit tough position now. The carriers going for the CC can also try and go for the production here if they want to make life difficult for the Protoss. Yeah, we have double core, even going to double upgrades. Carriers, I believe, they have 1 attack. Protoss ground army is being picked off, but these carriers are just continuing to get value here. Now, Terran trying to move out, go for some kind of counter attack, I believe, but now we have a bit of a Goliath round here. No range yet, unfortunately, so they don't fight too well against the carriers right now. Yeah, they're kind of just being stuck on the AI here. Carriers chasing in. But the Terran army, the ground army, is now trying to get on top of the natural here. Ooh, there is a carrier that just popped, so maybe Quirky can divert that and try to deal with the push here. Yeah, cleaning up at the natural here, but carriers are out, and meanwhile they are kind of continuing to wreak havoc inside the Terran main here, picking up Goliaths as they're being built one at a time. Goliaths trying to focus down the carriers here, but I think this is just a very tough position for Terran right now. Terran is killing probes at the Protoss natural, but Protoss does have additional mining bases and more carriers. The carriers can clean this up in the natural once they do get interceptors. And Goliaths are still being picked off, turrets are still being picked off inside the Terran main. Very tough position for our Terran player here. So it's coming into the Protoss natural, trying to get on top of the tanks. Carriers beginning to fight the Goliaths at 2 locations now. And I think slowly, kind of as Protoss gets more and more carriers out, this will be a very, very difficult position for Terran to stay in the game here. But the natural nexus does go down. So Protoss is mining off of 2 bases only, 26 probes, but that's enough still to sustain the carriers and the interceptors there. This is like, ooh, some focus fire on the top carrier here by the Goliaths. Oh, we have some raids coming out now, actually, trying to just get anything. Oh, a carrier does go down here at the top of the Terran base. Now these armories are quite low here. Protoss could pick them up. Oh, nice focus fire on the carrier. Will Terran be able to clean up here actually? Now with the other carriers back at the Protoss base, Protoss hasn't reinforced, and eventually this Terran rally seems like it's gonna clean up. Another carrier? Yeah. So Terran does actually stabilize inside their base, but they took so much damage with these Goliaths constantly being picked off. Now, the thing is, though, that Terran still does have a very, very healthy worker count here, but I'm not sure if that will be able to translate into the kind of big ball of Goliaths that you need to deal with these further carriers. We have 4 carriers here, some ground units, 2 more being built. Now, we do have Cloak coming for these raids here, so I don't see any observers right now with the Protoss army, so the Cloak raids can do something, but there's no raids actually being produced, and they are pretty expensive. So, ooh, Goliath's getting on top of the carriers here, focusing down one of them. One carrier does go down. Very nice, but all the Goliaths are going down to the Protoss ground army and the Interceptors. The Interceptors do have 2-1 upgrades against the 1-1 of Terran, so they do trade very efficiently. And we just have more Protoss being rallied at the Terran here. And 2 more carriers about to pop out. Terran trying to get on top of the carriers here, but the Dragoons also doing a good job picking up these Goliaths as they're trying to kill the carriers. And that's the trouble of it. Ooh, mine there, trying to go down. Zealot getting on top as well. Yeah. Ooh, a few of these carriers are really low, but not able to be picked off. Continuing to get damage here. Dragoons picking off the tank, focusing down individual Goliaths, and this Protoss rally is like slowly powering through here. Maybe, oh, we do have a tank. Those Zealots get on top, pick up the tank. Wraith is out. We do have Cloak, I believe. Ooh, gets picked off. Fortunate. And behind this, even more carrier production. Kind of slowly just trying to starve out the Terran player here. Would like to see Protoss retake the natural, but they're also spent. Main is mined out for Protoss, so they are only mining off of 1 base now, but they are able to reinforce their interceptor numbers and their unit count. And also Terran completely mined out, lost their natural, big carrier count, and we do have G.O.S.U tapping out. So that's 1-0 to Quirky then, taking the game on butter. GG. Then
Yeah, carriers pretty good.
carriers are pretty good if you don't have the right read.
Yeah,
Just expecting the arbiters, I believe, seeing the DT tech and then the Stargate. We had the very quick vessel with the EMP there, but that doesn't do the job against carriers. Terran
and
just didn't have the Goliath count ready.
yeah, and the upgrades fell behind,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's really crucial to be on top of the upgrades in this
yeah.
matchup.
As Lana says, also just not scanning. I mean, with the scans and with the tech that Terran previously saw, I think it's a fair assumption to think it's going to be Arbiter because the DT tech path is kind of in the same way, and also only seeing 1 Stargate. It's fair to assume Arbiter, but
Yeah,
Carriers did a good job.
and
Now,
I think Jazz started her armories like as she saw the carriers.
right. The armories were a bit late. Unfortunately, it's a bit tough, and your units can't shoot up against carriers.
Yep.
So now, going into the second game here
In
on
the
good night.
and oh, top versus bottom, fantastic.
Good job.
So in the top
Turn.
left, in the blue, we got Ditmals, aka G.O.S.U, for GOSUs. And in yeah.
Yeah, and in the top right, we have Quirky here as the red Protoss.
For the
So,
U.E.D.
for UED,
Yeah.
the UED. So 4-player map now. I'm not sure. Some people like 4-player maps for Terran. Some people think it's good to have it the extra bases for Protoss. What do you think we'll see here on this?
Personally, I think 4-player map is better for Protoss, like on a base level, since you can take another main and make gateways. While I mean, split map is good for Terran, I guess.
We have the Pilot Scout again. Quirky just playing as if it was a 2-player map. And he's gonna be lucky here, actually. Looks like they will first scout the Terran. This can get really ugly.
Yeah, with the pylon scout and not getting punished by last scouting, can be rough. Actually arriving here as the barracks is being laid.
Going straight for the SCV again. Now, just pulling SCVs to try and deal with this. Has the SCV ready to take their own gas, doesn't want to get gas stolen, but I don't think Quirky didn't go for the gas steal in the previous game either, right? So Terran is able to get up their own gas. Now behind this, the Protoss build is a bit delayed, I have to say, trying to micro the probe. I'm not sure, maybe they'll go for a Nexus all of this, but if they're trying to go gas and core, it's all a bit delayed, unfortunately. Yeah, we have the core going down here, but...
I think you generally want to get the gas before the core?
Yeah, I think if you want goon production, I think you normally want to start the gas first to be able to have that 50 gas ready for the Dragoon. But this probe is being annoying here. We did get an SCV kill, so that's really good for Protoss, actually.
Yeah.
Did get a kill, and it's also annoying another SCV here. Big annoyance, and we do have a Zealot coming out now. So the question is, will Terran be able to respond to this Zealot? But we have only one Marine right now. No second Marine being started just yet. No factory going down. No second depot. This is a bit of a tough position here as the Zealot is moving in. Factory is being started, but still only one Zealot. Only one Marine, excuse me. So I think Terran will have to pull SCVs here to try and deal with this Zealot. Also, the probe can be used here in combination. Oh, poking at the SCV. Gas now sees that it's a Zealot.
With the 3 workers still on gas, could we have expected a 2 factory if not this Zealot arrived?
Potentially, but now I think Just is now just trying to kind of salvage this position. Oh, Marine goes down.
This is, oh no, traitor Marine
there's no
attacking
Sim
barrack.
City here either. There's no real Sim City, unfortunately. There's no supply depot to the right of the barracks.
Yeah.
Or like a barracks next to the command center, so this is a very difficult situation for Terran here.
Yeah, this is Terran on hard mode.
So just going for the SCVs here, Probe gets a Marine kill, but now the factory is done, so they will be able to get a Vulture out here and eventually deal with this Zealot pressure, but this has gotten a lot of damage done.
Yeah, it's definitely paid its weight up, and saw the Vulture come out.
Right. Behind this, we do have the same 2 gates Dragoon production going on here. But I have to say, Quirky also slacking a little bit with her probe production at home, and I think unfortunately one of those probes is mining gas. I think only 2 probes are mining gas there. Maybe they send it a bit too early. Zealot gets another Marine kill, but the Vulture will eventually force the Zealot back. Problem now is the goons. Terran will need a bunker. And there's also no Marines. So, yeah, but behind this, Protoss taking a Nexus. See if Protoss chooses to keep up the aggression or just go into more of a longer game.
We're getting a Citadel of Adun before robotics again, as in last game.
Again, the Citadel. Now, the question is, does Jas assume that it can be DT twice in a row, or will she assume that it can't happen, or will she know that, okay, Quirky likes to do this and will have the eBay on time? Oh, Dragoons in the natural, picking up the
CC
SCV.
denied.
Poking into the main tank isn't done yet. There's only one vulture. 2 goons can handle a vulture very well. Multiple SCVs here. SCVs, of course, do probably the best unit you have right now against dragoons, but still,
Yeah.
this is gonna be further damage against the
Oh.
Terran here. Oh, going for
Now
the
tanks
vulture.
come up will finish the
Will be
job, I
able to get the
think.
vulture though, but tank is out.
Oh, focus fire for the red one.
Yeah, and going for the, and we have another goon and a zealot here, so this pressure is continuing, and the CC is not being constructed. This is so painful for Terran. Oh,
Oh,
sieging up actually. Okay, goon's not poking in towards it. Ooh, gets the 2 goons there with the siege mode. Now the question is, will the siege deter the Tauros here, or will they try to dive on top of the tank? Is the question here.
it feels
Second
like
tank.
Protoss just don't care. Like,
Second tank is about to pop out now. 2 tanks should be able to handle this even on siege. I would say that's the correct move. But Tauros still trying to get as much damage as they can here. And behind this we have 2 Cape boys being built. No eBay in sight, no academy, no mines.
queued up.
The machine shop was killed.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
there's
now that we
nothing.
saw that it wasn't mine being researched, it was siege and bishop being sniped, and
Yeah,
seeing there's no academy or eBay started, I
yeah.
think,
This I think this is a very tough position for Terran here.
yeah,
Cape boys are out.
swiping max
Like,
swipes.
yeah, I mean, if you're Bonnet, maybe you can like use the tank siege mode splash to kill the DTs here, but this is a very tough position, I have to
Yeah,
say.
and it's hard since the siege tanks don't move.
Yeah, well, eBay just started as the Cape boys are here,
Yeah,
picking off, and just taps out. 2-0 for Quirky, doing the same build, and I mean, if it works, just do it again.
yeah. I mean, it was well executed. I would have liked more probes, but can't always get what we want.
The pressure here is so strong out of Protoss here. It's well executed.
Quirking in chat. Celebrated for 30 minutes afterwards.
Oh, really? Okay.
I do like that.
Well, yeah, nice. Well, we'll spare you from watching 30 minutes of nothing. I think we'll move on with the cast then. So that leaves us with U.E.D taking a game here.
Yes, so now we're up to 9-7.
Yeah, we are. And then, still though, match point for GOSU. So U.E.D still with the backs against the wall.
Yeah. Now it's up to G.O.S.U. See if he can pull
Right.
through for UEDs.
Right. Ingo in the chat here asking, how do 2 Dragoons telegraph DT? In part, I think it's because of the gas being spent on all the DTs and the DT tech, which means you'll have fewer goons. That could be an indicator often. But
And maybe range timing?
yeah, I think Quirky got range in this game too, though. But yeah,
I've hosted.
right. Sorry. Okay, let's get in here. So going back to Butter, third game of the series here. Right.
So in the top right corner, we got the, since I've alt tab, we'll keep it on red and blue. We got the blue Protoss final sky representing the GOSUs.
Right. And in the bottom right, representing the U.E.D, we have G.O.S.U, no. Red Protoss representing the U.E.D. So PvP, the gentleman's matchup. Cold War 8's favorite matchup, I believe. Don't quote me on that. On a 2-player map, And no ramp. A lot of room for shenanigans here, but let's see. Let's not assume too much from our players in that
Yeah.
respect.
So what's the most common openers you see on this map in this matchup?
Well, I feel like it's one player trying to be tricky and either proxy or do some kind of aggressive opener, and maybe one player try to defend, whether it's 2 gateways or if it's a later kind of 3 gateway or 4 gateway even all in, because
Mm.
there is no ramp, so that's very strong here. We do have pylon and gateway in the main for both players. Jersino going for the gateway scout. Final Sky not scouting just yet, trying to get the additional mineral income.
Mm.
We have an early gas here from Jersino on 11, so 1 gate gas build, while we do have the 2 gates out of Final Sky. So looking to put on some good old 10, 10, 11, 10, 12, 2 gate pressure.
Yeah. I mean, since it's no ramp, it feels like it's good, but it's also very long rush distance,
Right.
which
Ooh.
I guess is maybe why it's quite common to build the pylon on the opponent side of the map, the first one.
Yeah, that's the way to circumvent that, isn't it?
Mm.
Just build the gateways closer.
Yeah.
So yeah, gateway gas core here from Destino, very standard. Is starting the zealot, the safety zealot. You do want that, knowing that it's 2 gate especially.
Mm.
And Final Sky going into the gas here actually before the second and the third zealot. So so that's a quick 4 actually. So this is going to be quick dragoons maybe.
Hmm. Interesting. So
Maybe
it's a 2 gate opener, but it's faster gas because
right.
it was like a 15 gas compared
Yeah.
to the Bonif opener,
Scouting
which
Garcino's scouting probe does go down here. So of course now Final Sky can do whatever they feel like, whereas Gersino still has to be honest for a bit. The Zealot at the front actually trying to deter any Zealot aggression, but that means the probe has kind of free room here, but will move out as the goon is popping out, knows the timing of when the goon should spawn here, a bit past 3 minutes.
mm.
So the probe gets out alive. And now we do have more Zealots coming out of Final Sky here. Oh, the rescout attempted, but goes down. So we have range out of Gersino, looking pretty normal so far. Question is, will it be 2 gate? Will it be a robo? Will it be a citadel?
Citadel plus
And
Forge.
yeah, we have a citadel off of Final Sky actually here. Citadel and a forge for their own anti-DT. So is this
And
going to be like 2 DTs then?
yeah, I think so.
Along with the
I didn't
Zealot?
see range getting started. Oh, we got Citadel from your
Ooh,
Sino
the
too.
classic. Oh, but this is range into Citadel, so this is the late DT. We're
And
gambling on.
yeah, it's DT versus DT, but one also has a Forge.
Yeah, that's PvP can go like that sometimes. Now it could still be speed level, but this pro is standing here, and we do have 200 gas.
Mm.
So let's see.
And
It
only
is the
one
Templar
gateway.
Archives. It is the Templar Archives for Final Sky, and I think it will be a Templar Archives as well from Gersino, off of the 1 gateway here.
Yeah, it feels probable.
Yeah, there it goes down. So, and a second gateway.
Final Sky making a safety cannon at Nexus in case
Yeah,
his opponent also had the same idea to go for Dark Templars.
yeah, like against very fast DT, this is a fine time. Now, Gersino going for their own forge. But the Templar Archives is done. DT's in production already. Will this be in time? Is the question.
Mm.
I think it can be fine here because this is a pretty long rush distance, and Forge is like the quicker response than going a robo obs against DT.
Yeah,
We do up more
it's
the
a
Forge
deeper
will be
tech
DT.
path
Yeah.
and cost more gas, which
So
you
we
don't
have the
have.
DTs coming out now. They have spawned for Final Sky, making additional DTs, but these DTs from Gersino now also in production. They will be out in time to at least hold the Zealots. And we have a cannon going down in the main and a pylon at the front, so probably looking to build further cannons at the natural.
It's
Also,
interesting. Ranged and invisible man versus unranged and
G.O.S.U
invisible.
sees the move out here, and the DTs have been revealed for
I mean,
both sides.
this is a little bit like the Spider-Man meme, I think.
Yeah, a bit.
And they point at each
A
other.
bit. Oh, the cannons at the natural aren't done yet. Final Sky going for the run by here. The DTs will get into the main. Now, G.O.S.U's DTs did get stuck on Final Sky's units. The cannon in the main is done, but two
Oh.
DTs have a lot. Yes, they're just going. Oh, they're
No.
not going for the cannon. They're moving past. They're trying to go for the probes.
Oh no.
They will get picked off. Gets one probe for their efforts, but
Yeah, I think had they
G.O.S.U
gone
holds.
for gateways, it would have been a stronger play.
Potentially, I don't think that cannon would be in range of the gateways there. Now, G.O.S.U's DD is getting in, but there is one more cannon being built. Now, the DDs do kill the
Oh.
cannons very quickly, as I said. Without
Oh,
Final Sky focusing the DTs,
there's a second cannon
G.O.S.U
coming
will
up
be
here.
able to find some good damage here, but the next cannon does go up. Not in range, just okay, barely in range now, will be picked up. But G.O.S.U, I think, got a bit more damage done there with their late DTs. And they have probe leads now, so I think it's a bit of a better position maybe for G.O.S.U.
Yeah, the Nexus is already started and got some extra value from the Dark Templars by getting the cannon.
Right.
But it's interesting, both went for very similar builds, but they had the order of their structures differently.
Yeah, I think G.O.S.U's opener maybe like with the Dragoons and everything a bit more would be concealed as like a standard build, whereas with the Zealots, maybe it's like a stronger timing against pure Dragoon
Mm,
to fight kind of like Zealots and DTs do a lot of DPS, but with the DTs of their own, G.O.S.U was able to
yeah.
hold off here.
Also, like the Zealots forces the Dragoons to move back, which creates space for the Dark Templars to sneak past.
Right.
Since you can't fight 1 versus 1 mano mano with
No,
Goon versus Zealot.
Zealots are pretty good. So we have Templars coming out here and Storm for G.O.S.U. So
Yeah, Storm is
looking to
almost done.
defend. Yeah, Storm. Very nice timing on that. So looking to defend. Oh, that's an Archon actually coming up. Maybe thinking it's more Zealots.
Yeah, I mean, Archons are a lot better against the Zealots and also Dark Templars, I guess, since you can.
They are, but against with the early Storm and against like Goon.
Storm is better, I think,
Storm
versus
in kind of
Goons.
scale.
Yeah,
That's
true.
my point here. But let's see. Now we have some more DTs on the map for Final Sky. Looking for any maybe hidden bases or also just getting scouting done.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, progressing. Ooh, do you see what I see in the top there? That's not what you see very often in PvP.
Oh my.
That's a Stargate. What
Indeed
do we
it
see
is.
here?
Do you think we'll get arbiters or will we get
Well,
like
I mean,
two base carriers?
I mean, I called Arbiter in the previous game when we had this tech. Ooh, double Stargate now and air weapons. I'm not so sure about the Arbiters now.
Oh why? If
I
you
don't.
call it carriers, maybe we will get scouts.
Maybe. Meanwhile, Garcino going into Robo here. 4 gateways, building up the ground army. These DPs at the front here. They see the army back at home. But yeah, this is 2 Stargates and with air weapons here.
Yeah, I mean that
So,
kinda says it's carriers. And the fleet bacon also maybe
there
supports
we
that
go.
notion.
The fleet bacon going up. 3 Stargates even. Wow.
What?
4.
4 Stargates. Okay, that's the magic.
5. No,
Uh,
okay. 4. 4 is enough. 4 is
yeah,
enough.
let's not push it too far.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if. Now the question is, will Final Sky be able to sustain 4 Stargates here on 2 bases?
We'll see. I think I've seen something similar before.
Yeah.
Actually.
I mean, there's quite a lot you can actually get out of just
I mean,
focusing
the Dark
purely on the
Templars,
carriers.
the Zealot here keeps track, so Final Sky knows exactly when
Yeah,
Yarsino is moving out.
yeah, they're not being punished yet. There's no observer just yet. Observer only being built now, so I mean, it makes sense that G.O.S.U can't really move out now because there's still DTs out on the map.
Yeah, and if
Now,
Final Sky does like Arcane Winds, where Arcane Winds he focus fired the Scourges with his cannons. If Final Sky focus fires down the observers with the
oh,
cannons.
DTs moving into
Oh,
pool.
sniping with
Gets a high
Templars.
Templar there. Oh, observer
Oh,
comes in, gets 2 Templars though. That's good value, normally I would say. Although now there's kind of no potential for it. Now G.O.S.U knows that the DTs most likely have. There's no more DTs most likely. How will the Final Sky hold here? Final Sky is building cannons, but
and this
the
is a
goons
big army. It's a very big army.
can do pretty well. This is a big ground army from G.O.S.U here.
Looking for a
Looking for a
third.
third first, which does give a little bit more time for the carriers to build, but these carriers have a long build time and they're going to spawn without any interceptors. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
Final Sky has the time here. Behind this, G.O.S.U going for the third base themselves, continuing, looking to
Yeah, I
transition
mean,
into.
it's a very big structure. I mean, big unit for carrier, so it's
Yeah,
clear it must take a long time to open the portal.
yeah, but this is a lot of cannons going down now. If this can be pretty inefficient to trade into, so maybe G.O.S.U will just wait here. And I'm not sure if they know or assume that it is carriers at this point. They don't have an observer inside the base, I
Uh,
believe.
I mean, I do wonder, what do you think when you see this? You see 6
Yeah,
cannons and 4 goons.
yeah.
For
With that few goons, I think you can kind of try to assume that it's some kind of shenanigans like carriers, especially if there's no hidden base.
yeah, I mean,
We
you
do
haven't
have
seen any reavers or anything either. It's
no, and we
just
have
a,
more and more goons being rallied there, which are the correct unit at this point to build against carriers. Now the first carriers are out building the interceptors. Do we have the upgrade? I believe we do.
+1 is done.
Yeah, and also the carrier capacity.
Yeah. How many
So,
carriers do you want in this matchup before you show them? If you can. Oh, sniping the
um,
observer.
that's a bit of a question. I think maybe once these 4 carriers have like 3, 4 interceptors each,
Hmm.
you can consider showing them. You can
Yep.
start picking up the goons, like these goons at the side here,
Hmm.
trying to abuse the terrain to pick off lone goons. It's pretty strong. Maybe
Yeah.
even at this point you could go.
Yeah, I wonder how many
But
carriers you need to one-shot the goon.
But of course, the more time you have to kind of build up carriers here without the other player realizing the better it is for the carrier player.
Yeah, for sure. And also, like I guess the problem is, the more time is spent waiting for carriers, the more storm will be available when they show up.
Yeah, Storm is very strong against carriers because they are quite immobile and not the easiest to micro out of Storm, while Storm just does its
Yeah.
path damage onto them. And also, Jarcino has room to just expand their economy, expand their production freely behind this,
Mm.
because Final Sky is contained on this 2 base carrier production. But now we have 7 carriers. That's a lot of carriers, actually. I think 7 carriers with, especially with micro and once they have all the interceptors, can probably just take on this army
Mm.
or some very good storms. And unless the carriers just run on top of the goons, I think this is getting very, very scary.
Yeah, this is a
For
lot of
this
carriers.
is yeah, we got Final Sky did get 2 rounds of carriers out now, 8 carriers. I think they can definitely start moving out now. Now, will Final Sky go for the army, or will they go for a counter? It looks like they're trying to go for a counter, actually, toward trying to keep these hidden for as long as possible.
I mean, it's an interesting play. I was thinking earlier, because when he moved the carriers towards the main nexus, like, is he going for a counterattack, and if so, is that the play? But now
I
that
think
there's
now,
12 cannons,
yeah, now if you can get on top, if these carriers can get on top of the production, that's that's I think a game-winning position actually for Final Sky.
Yeah, maybe like sniping all the pylons. Just shutting down the
Yeah,
base.
or just the production.
Yeah, but
These, there were no reavers to bust in through the cannons, and sure there was a containment. It gave Final Sky the time to build up an unscouted carrier, of course.
So
Goes for the core here, so no dragoons able to be built. A lot of Templars being built, but Templars can't fight back immediately. They don't have the energy right away.
yeah, oh,
Got
just
some units in the map.
now 2 storms are available.
Oh, we are trying to push into the natural though here, realizing that all of Final Sky's army is in the G.O.S.U's main, but these cannons are doing.
Orthosis pylon.
Are doing pretty well. Yeah.
Oh, storming all the drones. Props, I mean.
Yeah, the pylon going down did actually let G.O.S.U bust in here, and the carriers are retreating, not choosing to go for the base race, instead trying to save their own natural. Another carrier spawns here. The carrier is kind of just moving along as well, together with the zealots here. We'll now get towards the goons.
Did snipe the core.
These many carriers can easily clear up this. But behind this, G.O.S.U has the bigger economy. 4 bases, 3 bases of them operational, double the work count. But this is a huge carrier count here. And with the core still not being rebuilt, G.O.S.U can't make dragoons.
I mean, kind of this is no joke, this carrier count. It's...
Yeah, I think Final Sky just cleans this up and then goes back for the killing blow. G.O.S.U just doesn't have
storm right on the carriers.
5 storm on the carriers.
There's so much HP, you need like 3 storms to kill this, or 4.
Yeah, you need quite a few storms. Like, if you get like 2-3 storms up and a bunch of goons, then storms are efficient, but on their own, they can't do too much against carriers, unfortunately. And we're making all high Templars here because that's the only unit we can make right now until the core is done, which can damage the carriers.
Yeah.
And we're supply buffed even, unfortunately.
I mean, Templars are one of the best units. Templars and cannons, apparently. How much life does an interceptor have? 80. So 4 cannon hits will kill 1.
Yeah, that's right. But also you can kind of pick up cannons. Oh,
yeah.
Carriers coming in now. Will we get some fat storms?
Oh,
big, huge storm on the carriers, but is it another one?
Oh,
that's some big damage.
Oh snap! I can't lose all those carriers.
Yeah, and so many of them are red HP right now.
Oh.
Another storm, but it's on the healthy carrier count. Final Sky spreading them out a bit. Oh, that's one carrier going down.
It's a bit like a flying lurker. Oh.
Yeah, this carrier count really dwindled by all these storms. Only down to 4 carriers now.
All are very damaged.
2 more carriers in Final Sky's main though. But Final Sky's mined out and hasn't retaken her natural. Now it does have 1,000 minerals still. Can still build interceptors, and there's no more dragoons, so this might still just be enough though. As Final Sky gets on top of the rally and all the storms have been spent. This might
counterattack.
Yeah. G.O.S.U trying to go for the counter here, but look at the left side here. There's so many cannons here, and that's cannons which keep the base alive, but that's not gateway units.
Yeah, I don't think you can break this with 4 carriers.
Ooh, some goods do get out though. With some focus fire, maybe they go for a red trade here, but now they're attacking interceptors. Not trading very efficiently. Oh, gets a carrier, very nicely done, Meanwhile, the counterattack at Final Sky's base, but these goons are being picked off. Now there is a new production round coming out, but some of these gateways are unpowered, unfortunately, so not all of the goons are able to get out. And now
sniping the pylon, very nice move.
Yeah, all of them will be unpowered in just a second now. So I think these carriers can continue to just wreak the havoc here, as Final Sky isn't able to get units out, unfortunately, and going for the core once again just to make sure.
And there's no pylon, building a pylon where Final Sky wanted to expand at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, just keeping. I mean, I think G.O.S.U realizes that Final Sky is mined out here.
Yeah.
Actually, Final Sky making 2 more carriers, but doesn't have the minerals to support making interceptors there. So
yeah, I think
this is still a lot of. This is 5 carriers still with a lot of interceptors here. I think This is an awkward position though, because eventually, if these cannons get up and G.O.S.U is mining, I mean, the interceptors trading into the cannons won't be able to. Will eventually all be killed, and then Final Sky won't really have an army. Only 7 probes, and they aren't long distance mining anywhere, as far as I can see.
Oh, there was goons and an Archon.
Going for the cannons at the natural now, trying to bust through here. This is a lot of interceptors, so I think that they will be able to break through here. The probes being pulled away, but there are still 2 more bases here for G.O.S.U. I think G.O.S.U should try and rebuild their tech, starting with the gateway now. It's awkward though, because you don't have. Oh, that's a lot of gateways actually at top left, but
yes,
without the second main, it's awkward here with little buildable terrain to fit all your tech. But this is an unusual position.
Yeah, I mean, we all know that this matchup can get a little crazy sometimes.
Yeah, but this is something special. Now we are going for the bottom left here. Only 3 cannons, so this will also go down, and that will leave G.O.S.U on 1 mining base. But again, with that big bank, the question is, will G.O.S.U be able to macro out enough goons here to eventually pick, or maybe even Templar, pick up all these carriers? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is a lot of carriers.
Do you think those carriers can take on all those cannons before running out of interceptors? I'm not sure.
I mean, I didn't think so when I first saw it, but I also saw that like didn't lose
With
a
the
single.
right micro, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, when attacking the natural, didn't lose like a single interceptor.
Yeah,
And that
I
was
think
like,
maybe
I mean,
Final Sky can just power through here.
yeah, I mean it's double the amount of cannons at 9 o'clock, but
Yeah.
I'm not as convinced that it's impossible as I
We have
was
goons
a minute
coming
ago.
out now from top left. Probably gonna go for a base race with those. Oh, but now Final Sky picking off the cannons one at a time here.
Really want to keep those interceptors out if possible, but they do regen when they get home to the
They
carrier.
do. Oh, that's a Stargate going up for G.O.S.U here. I'm not sure if they'll be able to. Interceptor slowly being picked off here. This is okay. We have some goons now finished at and more Stargates even at the top
it's
right
Stargates.
from G.O.S.U.
Countering the carriers
Stargate.
with zone carriers.
I think this is going to be scouts. We don't see a fleet beacon.
Yeah, I think
and
so
that
too.
was a lot of interceptors being traded now and into the cannons.
Yeah.
That might be the last interceptors. Yeah, I think these carriers are all out of interceptors. And with now Final Sky is long distance mining, barely, but with these goons here in the path are moving towards the natural. The carriers can't kill the goons.
Yeah, without the interceptors you can't really do much.
Yeah.
And
the
it was Corsairs.
We have Corsairs coming. Okay.
That's interesting, since the carriers have +4 in armor plating.
Yeah, the Corsairs won't do a ton of damage. Now, the carriers do see the gateways at top left, but they don't have a lot of they barely have any interceptors to attack with here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if any of them have intercept. Yeah, one has one.
They have a few. Final Sky is slowly rebuilding them with the long distance mining, but now with this goon force assembled here outside Final Sky's nat, I think G.O.S.U can push in, maybe not realizing just how resource starved Final Sky is, building up this Corsair count. Makes sense. It's fine to be safe, but it is giving Final Sky a slight income.
Yeah, I'd probably want to like just attack with all this. This is a sizable army.
Yeah.
But
maybe waiting for +1. G.O.S.U's +1 about to finish now would help a lot fighting the carriers. Actually.
Yeah, I mean it would double the damage.
Yeah.
Essentially. And now you see also there's like just one interceptor. It's more, but it's close to it.
Slowly poking away. I think Final Sky is trying to build probes with their minerals now.
These carriers have a lot of kills.
They do.
Like over 50, 60 kills each.
17, 16,
together.
20 kills on one. See, there's one building in it. 14 kills. They got a lot done, but without the economy behind them. Oh, the goons now moving on top of the carriers here. Carriers retreating behind the ledge, but now the goons can instead focus the probes, which are the lifeline of the economy here. Oh, and final sky with the GG, well played, man, as the Corsairs come in.
Yeah.
And
The
G.O.S.U takes the game.
It does, and I
Wow.
mean the courses really like did a number on the gas. I mean on the shield.
Yeah, yeah, they do full damage against the shields. That is
Yeah.
true.
So it has some merit. It has.
Wow.
What
So
a game.
these, what do you think? What was there any point where Final Sky maybe could have? Should Final Sky maybe have gone for the army at the front instead of the base trade? Or I'm
I
not
I, th-
sure.
I think that could have been like a valid way of doing it. Um, I also
Hmm.
think that maybe instead of committing to trying to take out 9 o'clock, to make sure instead secure up that you get the natural backup.
Right, right, right. Trading into those cannons with all the interceptors
Yeah, it it
was
was too
not the play in the
costly.
end. It's like a high variance play, I think you can call it. If it works out, you win. If it doesn't, you kind of sealed your own fate a little bit, being mined out.
Yeah, but I think the counter-attack play was actually really nice.
Hmm.
It got a lot more work done than I expected, and I think
Yeah,
going back to deal with the army after taking the, because they did pull him back. He didn't commit to the counter-attack initially.
yeah, yeah, true.
I think that was very exquisitely dealt with,
Hmm.
so to speak.
Yeah. So now let's see then. Game two. Good night. 4-player map. And
In the bottom right corner, winner of the last set, we got Yarsino for the UED.
right. And in the bottom left for GOSU, we have going for the carriers last game. Let's see now. We have Final Sky in the blue Proros. So 4-player map. Bit. Maybe we'll see. It depends. Like on 4-player maps, maybe people think that okay, I won't be first scouted, guaranteed, 100% of the time. So maybe we'll go for a more normal build. But maybe then there's the mind game. Okay, because it is a 4-player map.
Mm.
Maybe I'll try and gamble on scouting well and go for an aggressive opener. Let's see here.
Yeah, we'll see. Um, uh, I mean, Yorsino, he's been around for a long time. I've seen him play in various events over the last year, uh, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen much of his Protoss versus Protoss.
No.
Uh,
I know that Dracino is a regular in a Chill stream. Chill, very strong tier 0 Protoss and assistant coach for the UED. And Chill has a peculiar PvP playstyle, or I think Chill just loves PvP, is my impression to some extent. So maybe Dracino has like a more standard playstyle because of that. I'm not sure. Going for the cross scout though,
mm.
maybe thinking that Final Sky would proxy in the center here.
Yeah, I mean,
It
it's
is
a really
possible because
nice little area to make two gateways out.
definitely, definitely. Now we do have both players going for the 2 gate here, and I think this was 10-12 on both, was it? Or Final Sky's gateways are. Yeah, I think this was similar timing from both
Yeah,
players.
I think maybe Final Sky did like 10-11 and Jorsin did
Maybe,
10-12.
maybe. Final Sky does get the first scout though. Well,
Guess that
Dracino is gonna
still.
unfortunately gonna get the maximum unlucky scout there, scouting cross and then the wrong
Mm.
close position. So Dracino, I don't think they'll be able to find out that this is 2 gate from Final Sky until the zealots are on their way. And going for the gas steal though is Final Sky. So maybe that's an indicator that okay, you're spending minerals here, but I'm not
How
sure.
would
This
you
is
read it if a Protoss came in gas still? Would you read it as it's probably a 2 gate behind this, or would you read it as
I would read it as not being very standard at least because if you're just trying to progress your own build at home doing 1 gate core, you kind of need your resources at all points to not die yourself seeing the 2 gate from Dracino. So maybe there's a read there that Final Sky is also doing a 2-gate
Mm.
because of the gas deal. Now these zealots are moving out for G.O.S.U. Final Sky keeping his zealots at home and is going into the core. So maybe the same build as last game, although now with more zealots earlier. 3 zealots holding the ramp here. Also has a probe against
Shield
3
battery.
zealots trying to come up the ramp and a battery even. I think with good zealot positioning here, I think the Final Sky should be able to hold pretty well.
Yeah, 2-gate versus 2-gate and defender's advantage. But at the same
Right.
time, Final Sky is...
G.O.S.U. does give good
Oh no!
surface area here. Good focusing on the one zealot in the middle here. Oh, pulling back that one.
Oh!
G.O.S.U. is very nicely done, very nicely done. Now the battery is done, so actually the battery might prevent G.O.S.U. from pushing up here, but I think G.O.S.U. could also try and run in further, using not to. Behind is going into a Nexus actually with a Forge,
Hmm.
and then the cybernetics core. Maybe assuming that Final Sky will go for DTs again.
Yeah, I mean it sounds reasonable since you do get gas stolen. Then you either have to delay your robo or you go forge.
Right.
But at the same
And
time, Final Sky didn't get that much value out of the Dark Templars, so
no,
changing course for this game would make sense too. And we do get the
also
robotics from Final
we
Sky.
do we do actually a bit different, mixing it up, Forge and robotics. Okay. What I do notice though is that G.O.S.U. is way ahead in the worker count here.
Oh,
Has been able to produce probes more consistently behind this pressure than Final Sky has been, and
hmm.
also with this quicker nexus, G.O.S.U. might be in a very strong economical position unless Final Sky can use this earlier goon timing or robo to get some real big damage done.
Yeah, I mean it's almost double the worker count.
Yeah, yeah, and also a cannon going down at the ramp here. Afraid of fast DT. I mean, you don't really have Final Sky doesn't really have scouting info, and DTs could be out by now, but also with the robo here, I'm not sure if you would need to cannon your own ramp. Going into the support bay though.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Fast
But
Reaver drop maybe.
yeah, it's possible. And then the cannon will serve as anti-DT while you go skipping the observatory to get shuttle and then river
Yeah,
out.
and I mean busting up a ramp here with trying to run by the DT is kind of difficult if the ground units are also there.
Yeah.
So now the Reaver can get a lot done here. Going for
Mm.
the Reaver first before the shuttle. Let's see if we get speed or if it's just gonna be a Reaver, the slow shuttle maybe.
Yeah. Uh,
Meanwhile,
are we getting also +1 for Final Sky?
yeah, it's a pretty quick +1. I mean, if you have the Forge, perhaps you might as well. Plus,
Mm.
upgrades are pretty good just in the straight up
Uh,
fight here. There's no
oh,
like,
nice
it's not like
snipe.
PvT where you.
Oh.
Final Sky moving out, get some shots off. He's able to break out of this soft contain here.
Mm.
Now,
They
will
have probably about equal in supply, but Final Sky has about 12 less probes, so
yeah. So
a
big,
lot bigger
big
army.
army supply lead actually. This Reaver and Shuttle now could be a drop. Could also try and just bust at the front here using this army advantage. Now the cannons, of course, the Reaver can outrange them, but Reavers can also be really dumb
Mm.
and just waddle into cannon range and goons pot shotting at him. So this is a tricky spot to try and bust, but it is possible with this army lead.
Yeah, I think just going for the frontal bust would be the best play, but I also have a vision of both players.
Yeah. G.O.S.U. does have the pylon here at 6 o'clock very nicely to spot for any potential drops.
Uh,
Also a pylon in the top of his main there.
Adding
For like if
archives
Jarvis
now
needs to go.
and 3 more gateways for
Yeah,
Yarcino. So Final Sky is a bit on a timer if going for a bust.
yes, but the just the raw army count is still still superior for Final Sky, while Jarcino is taking up and getting all of this infrastructure.
Yeah.
So it remains to see here now. Maybe waiting for the second Reaver before going. Two Reavers are very strong, can one-shot Dragoons.
And now Observer
Yeah.
will come in and see them.
Right.
Just as it
So
pops, almost.
yeah, and there's no cannon, no observatory, so Ops can just stay here and get full vision.
Jarcino is not interested in getting hit by surprise carriers again.
Yeah,
Getting the Observer.
fair call. Fair call. Actually, having Ops here is really nice as the player, like trying to snipe the shuttle, not being surprised by any, not being surprised by a Reaver if the Ops is above the army.
Yeah.
Garcino moving out though, and does have this about equal army supply right now, but there is the shuttle with two Reavers in it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
They will
Jarcino trying
ramp.
to move up the ramp here now as Final Sky is moving down, a bit of an awkward position.
Oh
Jarcino
no, you
actually
don't want to
gets-
fight back upward ramp.
Jarcino gets the high ground advantage here now, and good focus fire on the goons now. Zealot's trying to come in. Reavers do come in here, focus on the shuttle, but the Reavers are getting so much damage, and Final Sky cleans up with the big Reaver Scarabs, and the Zealots coming back on top of the Dragoons here.
I mean, we really like saw there in action the strength of the Reaver.
Yeah. In the raw Gateway army, Jarcino was in a fine position, but the Reavers really did a lot of work here. No range though for Final Sky, so it's gonna be difficult to try and bust here with the goons. I think Final Sky will have to use the Reavers here. Oh, trying to dive on the shuttle, gets the shuttle.
Oh.
But these goons are tanking a lot.
There's so much army.
Get damage done. The cannons are all done, and Final Sky is just busting through here. These Zealots also doing so much work, not being picked off. No Reavers from Brazil to quickly clear the Zealots.
Oh no.
And
Scarab
in
Dodger.
PvP, one base, just powering really hard on one base can be very strong. As we see here, these two Reavers, unopposed basically.
Yeah.
Jarcino taps out.
I mean, in the classic way of looking at the matchup, it was one usually said that the one who expanded first was the one to lose. In the classic understanding of the matchup, I think it's not 100% true now. But
it is definitely very risky. Like, just of course, I can't I can't speak for high level gameplay, but I definitely do see that a lot. That okay, if you expand first, you do run a big risk of just being broken by a stronger one base power.
yes, a strong timing of some sort.
Yeah, the two Reavers here definitely.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
But as the longer you have the expansion, the
Yeah.
bigger of an advantage it becomes.
Yeah, with the worker count and the more efficient mining.
Yeah.
So now we have 1-1.
1-1.
Going into the third map. Third map is Eclipse. Another two-player map.
Indeed. Is this the first third game of the evening?
I believe so.
So in the top right, for this game, blue, we got Final Sky fighting on behalf of the GOSUs.
And in the bottom left, on behalf of the U.E.D. in the red, it's G.O.S.U null, and that's a very early probe being sent out. That's the student of chill if I've ever seen it. Probe moving out here.
You think it will be in the natural or in the mineral line or on the left side?
Oh, too late. Oh, going for the spice here, the real spice, going for the in base. Ooh, Final Sky with the probe out here, but doesn't catch it, I think.
I don't think he saw it.
No. Yeah, Final Sky doesn't know yet. So this is the one of the spots. You can also try and do the. I think this is the best spot for trying to build gateways here. You can try and do it a bit further up, but like
it's a bit risky. Like you might want to make like your second pylon.
Yeah.
Within range of it.
Now, Final Sky going for the pylon scout here. I don't believe they saw the G.O.S.U's probe there. And with this building placement to the right side of the base, you don't get like you're kind of gambling because you don't have a lot of vision of your own main just yet.
Yeah.
Now building the second gateway, will they see it? Don't think so. At
And
least it is 10-12. So with 2 gate against 2 gate, sure, G.O.S.U's zealots will be quicker, but eventually Final Sky can try to fight this off.
yeah, it
And
depends
now,
when Final Sky realizes what's
yeah,
going on.
Final Sky scouts, G.O.S.U's main sees nothing, so they
Shield
should
battery
now realize that they're
instantly.
being proxied. Instant battery, very nice, very nice. Second pylon,
Second,
don't want to be supply blocked.
yeah.
And wait, oh, actually, Final Sky's first zealot does come out before G.O.S.U's first zealot here. I'm not
It has
completely sure what happened
slightly
here.
faster pylon.
Oh, I see. G.O.S.U didn't send out quick enough. Oh, going for the probe. Probe being juked away. Okay, gets one probe here. Fighting a zealot now. Zealot and a probe against. Oh, the heal on the zealot. First zealot for G.O.S.U does go down. But
And
now there's another zealot
we need
down.
to get the probe goes down.
Final Sky though, with the second zealot out.
Jarsin with the
So,
with Bisu micro.
now the issue here is that without a probe here, G.O.S.U can't build batteries or mana pylons. So this is kind of
Yeah,
difficult. But
getting the probe was really
getting probe
clutch.
damage, getting probe damage is good. Oh, further probe damage, but I think now with the 2 gate zealot production here,
Yeah, you need to actually deal with the zealots, else the
yeah,
zealots will start
trading
tearing.
into probes is fine. If like, I think it's fine if it's an in-base 2 gate from G.O.S.U's own main, but here you need to be able to actually fight Final Sky zealots.
Yeah, because if you lose these gates, you have maybe a forge at home.
Yeah, going
Final
for the
Sky could
forge now.
also still has this probe scout in Jarcino's main. He could also do
Right.
like buildings
Okay.
there too.
Yeah, could build offensive gateways as well. Ooh, zealots by Gersino being focused down just to get a probe leader.
It's actually even on workers at this point, even though
Yeah, even with all the damage.
yeah.
Good workers and so many zealots now. This has to be defensive cannons, but even then, zealots, if they can get on top of cannons, they do kill them pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Going for the pylon here first, though, instead of going straight for the Gersino's main. Now
I think
Gersino
it's
trying
good.
to
You
get some
can
more
take
damage.
down the pylon and then just counterattack and
Yeah,
let the
it's reliable.
gateways be.
Gersino trying to get some more probe damage here while Final Sky is distracted. Gets 2 probes. Not that
Actually,
speed, maybe?
3 probes?
Yeah, 3 probes. Very nice, very nice.
But
But
yeah,
at
that's
least
the
it's
end
gonna
of the
get
road.
picked off now, and now Final Sky is going for the counterattack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
there's only one cannon in the main for Gersino.
how many cannons do you want if you know that 8 zealots are on their way towards your base?
Um, maybe two with a very good ramp block, 2 or 3. These cannons are also all by the Nexus, which is you'll need a very good probe drill here, but I'm not sure if this is going to be enough here with only 3 cannons.
Yarsino do have vision of the gas at 12 o'clock.
That is true. That is true. Knows that this is. He can go for the they can go for the probe drill. There is a gateway here trying to sim city a bit and also get zealots out eventually. But will these cannons finish though?
Oh,
Going for the cannons, but it's already down. The 2 others do get done, but there's no probes blocking here. The zealots do get on top, and I think these zealots can just power through here. The probes coming out,
oh,
but already the cannons do go down, and now it's pure zealot against probe. That's not a pretty sight if you are Casino here. More cannons trying to be built, being a bit blocked by the gateway here, acting as a sim city, but these probes are going down. GG. Final
GG.
Sky takes good hold of the in base.
Yeah, really good hold.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah, that could have looked could have gone a bit spicy, but I think the clutch battery and
Yeah. And also, I think Josino playing it a bit as if it was. I'm not sure on that. I don't. I think you're right in that Josino had to try and get a fight off
mm,
on the Zealots against the Zealots because
Or maybe
Yeah, just
transition to
hope-
making like just use a few of the zealots to buy time, and then try to make new zealots at home and transition. When you lost the scout probe, since you can't reinforce the push, you will eventually get run out because it sells plus probes versus just zealots.
Or send another probe to
Oh
try
yeah,
and kind of salvage the whole battery cannons kind of thing.
yeah. I hear you're the Protoss versus Protoss connoisseur in in, in this group.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you watched the Tier Zero cast. I'm not sure
Fair
if
enough.
I should be talking here, but yeah.
uh,
Okay, so
so that makes the GOSUs going up to the golden 10,
that it does.
and
2-1 so far today.
so far today, yeah. We'll see if U.E.D will get the chance to even out the score a bit. We were thinking to take a short little break
Yeah.
before the two next sets. I don't have all the fancies, so I don't have a timer. Someone will have to teach me how to put a timer on this thing. But let's say to meet back in about 10 minutes.
Okay, so at 40.
Yeah, 40.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
So have a good one, everyone. Meanwhile, and see you all in a bit.
Yep.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We will shortly get into the first Terran versus Terran set of tonight's cast.
Yeah. So return just be in just a second.
Yes.
Just me and you right now. So two TVTs coming up now. We have Vaklavson or Vaslavson, I'm not sure, sorry, against J to the T, and then Nerf and Gen against Frank here. Gonna be spicy. Let's see if the UED can manage to at least close it up and try and get some revenge for the previous games, even though GO.S.U right now do have the magic 10 points. SK in the chat here, tier 1 Terran. I don't know, man. I lose to. I don't think you want to see my Terran on my bad days. So this is going to be a learning experience for all of us, I'm sure. But I mean, TDT, some hate it, some love it. I'm no Nebline, but I can appreciate it. Ted v Ted, indeed. Indeed, it's going to be some Ted v Ted.
Indeed. I'm actually a quite big fan of this matchup.
Right.
It gets a bit of unwarranted flack, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm. I think it's like it's more active. If you actually play TVT, I think it's a lot more active than the impression of the two sits there.
yeah, I mean
So I
it
think it's a
can.
really dynamic matchup.
I mean it can be very campy and stale,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not
Let's
always the
see.
case.
Into butter here.
In the top right corner, we got Red Terran. Red Terran. Vaklevson, representing the gloriously overpowered and sexy unicorns.
That's right. And in the bottom right, representing the UED and also Clan Nom. In the blue, it's J to the T. Blue turn. So it's TVT on a two-player map.
Hmm.
How can that? How do you think this can change the matchup?
Uh, Also worth noting is that it's a rampless map.
Yeah, yeah,
I feel like depending on the early game, I mean, free fact vultures will probably be very strong. But at the same time, if it goes into the mid game, I think it will be a lot decided about who controls the center.
Yeah,
the high grounds
there's a
in the
few
center.
there's a few like clear paths here, and also being a two-player map, not that many bases can be maybe be easier to split than like a four-player map like Polypoid, let's say, or Goodnight.
Yeah. On the Polypoid you can also claim the center. I mean Goodnight. You can also claim the center, and that way kind of force a favorable split.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess you can try and do that here with the two center bases. So we'll have to see about that.
Yeah,
Both players going for this wall in. I think these are tight walls for both.
I think so too, but I've been wrong on that one. I feel
Yeah,
like it looks like it's a little bit an area from on
I think
Vaclavson's wall, but I think it's
right.
tight. I think it's just a
Maybe
visual.
Lynx can go through there, but not. I don't think SCVs will be.
Yeah, SVs are chunky boys.
Yeah, they are. So both players going for a wall into gas. Now they will probably lift up these Raxes later on to scout, of course. So this is a temporary thing, but oh wait, okay, never mind. J2T does get in here.
Hmm.
I think maybe that Rax wasn't. Could have
Yeah,
been
maybe
one
should
more
be
hex to
one
the
hex
left.
to the left. Yeah,
I'm no Nebline, but maybe that's the case.
one hex to the
So
right, and the wall is tight. Something.
both players going for the gas here. It'll be factory. Let's
Vaclavson a
see if they
bit
pull
earlier
off
with
there.
his second depot. I can.
Yeah, factory goes down. Vaclavson's factory is a bit quicker though.
Yeah.
J2T now putting it down. And J2T, both players are mining still with 3 on gas. That's like, I think, I'm not sure if this applies to TVT in the same way in TVP at least, where if you mine gas, it's gonna be not gonna be an expansion right away, but could be an indicator here, but I'm still
May-
not sure. Doesn't have to be.
One idea that hit me is that for the same reasons mutas are good in the Zerg matchups, it's quite close by air, so maybe
That's true.
two-port Wraith could be a play too on this
Could
map.
be. We do see the second factory now going down for J2T. And a SV battle here in Vaclavson's main. Vulture coming
Oh,
up now.
the Marine will
Vaclavson,
have to intervene.
yeah, no more mano a mano here.
Oh,
Vaclavson did pull up a gas and is throwing down a CC, and that SV does go down. So Vaclavson, I don't think will be able to get the rescout
oh,
here though,
it
as the
does get
Rax
in.
is lifted, sees the 2 factories,
Yeah, I think
no
that's
add-on.
crucial.
This is pretty big. Now Vaclavson going for the add-on does have 1 vulture. It's like sometimes you see 2 vulture add-ons, sometimes you see 1 vulture add-on. Going for the 1 vulture here, but okay, this is double add-on now coming from J2T.
So
So the question is this speed and mines, or is this going to be tanks, or I'm not sure. We have the bunker at the front, which I think is you do want a kind of you do want some Sim City against the 2 packs, I believe.
yeah, okay.
We have vulture speed here, so I think it's going to be a vulture at all in here, or at least a heavy vulture pressure from J2T. Now the main is still walled off here, so the vultures can't actually get into the main, but they can try and get behind the mineral line inside the natural here. The bunker is a bit to the right, so it won't cover the mineral line too much, but it can at least hurt the vultures as they're trying to run by. Vaclavson now going into a tank, and the second factory done on eBay, while J2T just going for the vulture. Continuous vulture production here. Tried to poke in, saw the bunker, and the first tank is now out. Marines being produced probably to fill up the bunker,
Uh,
further dissuade the run by.
did J2T research mines? Yeah, I see now.
Yeah, they went for speed of mines. out of the 2 add-ons. So now there's a soft container with the mines, as there's also eBay, not an academy or anything or Goliaths, but we do
Starport
have a
coming up.
starport coming.
Yeah.
So tries to poke in.
I would have liked to see the CC already started for J2T, but I see the SCV
Yeah,
is
we
not
we do
going for
have the
it.
SCVs. One SCV maybe going out to build an eBay or something. I'm not sure, but do have a counter wall. But yeah, I think you're right. Like a CC behind this, I don't think the vultures will be able to end the game at this point. So
Yeah, it's both a bunker and a tank and a comparable.
we do have a
Oh,
start port from both players. Oh, mine on the tank.
oh,
Trying to
the
poke out.
SV was to repair.
Yeah,
I can get with that, but I still want the CC started behind this since Vacloson already has his CC started
right.
and
We have two.
the soft
Okay,
contain with the mines.
so we have two fact port and then science facility already. Actually,
Hmm.
very interesting from Microsoft. Okay, turret now, and with this vulture can actually pressure a bit out with the tank, but the tank is a bit behind, so JTT gets an okay trade. But once the tank is there, kind of pokes at the vultures.
Yeah,
So
but
it's two fact
getting a lot of map control with these four vultures, but it's
definitely.
just a matter of time here, I think. J2T has
Maybe
transitioned to factory tanks now.
this turret push is a bit interesting of a way of dealing.
Yeah, I think it's better to
Still,
have like a group of vultures standing still on hold position and then moving forward to trigger them.
yeah, but I mean, maybe they're assuming rates, which could be an option here or a drop because we do have a starport
Yeah,
from J2T as well. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, it's actually okay. It's fast vessel. It's a fast vessel from Baklapson
yeah. We still have
to
no
move out.
armories going up, but yeah,
But with a vessel here, the tanks alone can kill. You don't need glides to kill the mines.
yeah, for sure. That
And the,
definitely will raise the speed of getting
yeah,
out of this soft contain, and
there's
the
gonna have
tanks
a
will.
drop ship in the meantime from J2T here, looking to get some damage done.
Yeah, and yeah, JWT has four tanks now. That's a
Okay.
sizable amount of tanks.
Ooh, is that mine
Oh,
gonna?
oh no.
No, these aren't goons. These are these units actually attack.
Yeah, the
Okay,
tanks shoot pretty fast.
they do. So let's see here. This is gonna be a vulture drop or a tank drop. Or we only really see tanks right now from J3T moving out, trying
Oh
to take.
no, you
Oh, but
can't
these
take
are tanks with the
disengage.
high ground here.
You can't take disengage. Oh, and a mine on that one.
Oh,
Oof.
unfortunate mine there.
Uh,
Unfortunate mine.
that quickly made a four tank to three
Does
advantage into. Okay, it's still four tanks to three, but
does Vakarson have siege mode? Yeah, maybe not.
no, he's
Yeah,
researching it
now
now.
only starting it now. Okay, but still a soft position held here also with the turret and
You still have the high ground. Uh,
yeah.
and
Now dropship.
as you were touching on earlier, when we were discussing this map, there's a lot of really nice little passages where you can run vultures.
Right.
Uh,
Sides.
yeah, on the in the side corridors and over the left side and so on.
Indeed, indeed. Vakarson now taking a third behind this.
Dropship
Soft
moving up.
contain. Oh, dropship, two tanks, looking to siege up and get some SCVs, but there is a turret here,
Mm.
so but it won't completely stop it. I mean,
It's
it's
just
only
two
vultures
units
back
to
at home
unload.
here.
Yeah, I think.
Now, will J3T unload? Oh,
Oh,
gets behind the minimums. That's really tough. And
yeah.
actually, this armory here being built, the second armory,
Oh, making like a full wall almost.
is gonna wall up here.
Oh,
It's a bit like hunters.
oh yeah.
Oh, the tanks are in range though.
Uh,
SCV's going for the other tank.
and the tank
Oh,
focus fires
focusing
with
tanks,
SCVs.
focusing SCVs. So that yeah,
I think that was the play, since you need free shots to kill a tank.
right. Wouldn't be able to kill the other tank. Got the damage.
Mm. I think I would have preferred vultures in that drop, but I think both have their merits.
Yeah, but I think also just that was kind of what was available and trying to go for damage.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. Still, though, Backlogson is ahead in workers behind this with that one racks expand build. No, one fact expand. Sorry.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
We do.
J2T is getting the second gas now to try balance his resources a
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. We do see a lot of dropships actually. 4 dropships already. Maybe go from J2T's
Oh,
side here. Maybe trying for a rather quick Doom drop of some kind.
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, loading up right now. Loading up.
Maybe if
But there's
would have gone for that initially, it would have could have been game ending maybe. Now Vaclason has started to make a few more turrets and floated the science sci-fac over.
yeah. Also, there's a vulture at J2T's third here, which will see these dropships
Mm.
moving over.
Yeah,
Backlogson has a lot of map vision here with these tank positions and with the mines and vultures,
yeah, really nice map spread.
taking the map in a very very solid way. J2T not really contesting it.
But there's
Instead,
no reaction to seeing these dropships.
yeah,
So
gets
they get
in without passing by the turrets more or less. Not
yeah, and
within.
there's only one tank
Get
here.
gets gets in a position behind the factories here.
Yeah, sitting on the production and potential to lay mines with these vultures.
Backlog's tank does go down. Vultures in the mineral line. As we speak, both trying to kill the tanks, but they are going down here. A lot of SCVs being picked off. The
Yeah,
entire main mineral line basically.
damn. And also the
Gone.
armories are exposed. But I would like to see some mines being laid.
Yeah, focusing the factors now. Backwards on soldiers coming in, trying to lay mines.
Oh,
Will
that
connect
mine.
with the tanks there.
Juicy.
Yeah, all the tanks do go down. Nice mines there.
Yeah,
So
exquisite
this
mines.
resets the worker count. Now they are more or less even on workers.
Yeah,
after.
Vaclason still slightly ahead even after losing all the SCVs in the main.
Yeah, a lot. I think some SVs got pulled to the natural as well.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot.
yeah. A few got away.
Yeah, and but now even then, this was good harassment, but it hasn't really changed the fact that the map position is still very good for Packers.
Yeah, the so to say contains and control of the center are still totally Vaclavson's.
Yeah, Backlog's also with
Yeah,
the
1-1.
weapons one. Yeah, now actually 1-1 done. Starting weapons two obviously a huge power spike here.
Mm.
Being able to two-shot the tanks, while J2T not focusing on upgrades at all just yet.
Yeah,
Good
I
on
don't.
them.
I think J2T has been a bit gassed out. Oh, accidentally clicked away his vision.
Oh,
But yeah, he has been accidentally. I mean, he has been gas starved for a bit. So I think
right.
maybe prioritizing drops over getting upgrades.
Yeah, really continuously making dropships out of the starport here. And meanwhile, okay, backups on now getting the mining back up. Both players on 4 factories. But that's a backups on really doesn't want to get dropped again. Look at this turret
He's had
line
enough.
here.
He-
This is TVP.
yeah, it's the
This is
recall
TVP
defense.
levels of
TVT
yeah,
Polish recall defense.
pretty much.
But
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense. You want to really like reinforce your contains. You don't want to have to leave a little batch of units at home all the time.
yeah. And as backups on kind of has these positions out on the map, it's good to cover your weak part, which would be the main base.
Yeah, I do like
J2T,
Vaclavson taking the ramp here at the high ground third,
right,
and
right.
I do like the that J2T is pressuring here, taking the 6 o'clock. If
Mhm.
he could pressure up and get on the high ground, that would have been a bit better. But I still
Yeah,
like you have to do something here, and either you get the third gas, so you can try to break by just pure mass, finding the weak spot, or you need to like continue with the drops. But we already know that Vaclavson has seen and heard about the drops. They know about the drops. That it's a game plan. Oh,
Actually trying
the
to bust
Matrix.
up the middle. But then backups on the left with the Matrix here.
The Matrix bust. I haven't seen that one before.
I think it's pretty. Vessels are pretty good for that. Just getting that extra.
But now the
survivability.
dropships time to shine, but they don't
Ooh.
have a lot of units in them.
Yeah, there's a few tanks in there, but I think
Oh,
yeah, you can't do the drop on that.
yeah, I mean,
Gonna be forced back. J3T did try and push through the middle though during this. Only 2 tanks there from backups on.
11
But
kills.
now but now with the third base denied, both third locations denied, this is gonna become a tough position, I think.
Yeah,
J3T to get out of.
for sure. Getting more and more starved, and Vaklevson here is taking a 4th base.
Yeah, at the mid left, and also maybe a 5th at the top left. Just
Yeah,
recognizing that okay, you have map control, take these command centers.
yeah. I mean, he's like pulling the choke cord, so to speak.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah,
tighter and tighter, this contain.
yeah.
Now the position at 6 is being totally taken by Vaklevson.
J3T trying to
Oh,
move in here, but oh, tanks
explode.
some tank shots. Those are weapons 2 tanks also. 2 shotting.
Yeah,
And the lights being pulled in.
siege.
But okay.
So, and
Want a little
now
bit of
also some
ground.
extra dropship defense at 5 o'clock.
Right. Not gonna let those come out of the
No, no.
main as easily.
And
J3T slowly
Vaklevson
mining up the main.
also knows that it's at least 4 or 5 dropships that are alive at circling about.
Yeah. I'm going down. Vulture's trying to move up into this bottom left high ground, but getting some mines. But I think might
We
get
get
one
one.
tank here. Yeah, they get one tank, but all in all, tanks being pulled in now.
And the staggered sieging, I like that.
Yeah, the high ground and the upgrade advantage here is doing a lot.
Yeah, it's almost like the deadly free. Oh, we're getting air weapons upgrades.
Yeah, we are. We are getting maybe maybe that's a rate. We also have a second starport, so maybe they want to go into rates. Backups on 2 going into 3 starports here. And getting a radiate.
Okay.
For the vessel. Maybe gonna try.
Eraser.
Well, there's not many other options. I think. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be for the SCVs.
Yeah. That has some spice potential.
Oh, BCs. We have. Oh, I missed the physics lab even. We have a battle cruiser
Oh.
for backups on.
Yeah, I mean with 5 access to 5 gases, battle cruisers are always on the
Yeah,
table.
they are. They definitely are. Okay, here drops being loaded up. See here at the middle.
But where will you go?
Drop ships going through, going
Through
in
the
between the
only
turrets.
only location where there is no
Yeah,
red
there is a
Terrans.
mine though. Backlaxon does see this, and yeah, more mines. Also, the science facility will see this, I believe. Trying
Oh
to go into the main here, pan.
no!
In
Don't
between.
stop! You have to keep moving.
Oh, the bunker actually doing a bit here, but gets into the natural.
All 4 survived.
Yeah, that's a might be able to get quite a few workers here with this.
And
But the rally will eventually clean this up, I believe.
yeah.
But this forced off mining.
And eBay going down at 6 o'clock.
The drop is actually trading pretty efficiently here. It got quite a few of the rallied units, but will eventually be picked up here. Now, will the dropships get out alive?
I think so. These
so.
are greased up.
Yeah. Yeah, unless they fly into the turrets at the middle here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to the right. I think they'll be able to get out safely for another day.
Yeah. And Backlofson realizing that if those dropship would have gone to 11 o'clock, there would have been absolutely nothing there. Makes 3 turrets
Right.
for the next time this.
Vultures being picked off at the bottom left. No. But
Now
this.
the vessel is making his move.
Oh, the vessel is coming in. Irradiates on the SCB.
Oh,
Oh, 2 irradiates. Let's see how many kills this gets.
not that many.
Got two
But
kills.
2 kills still. But it's
Yeah.
almost
Two
like
more
a
in a
turn.
normal game.
Yeah, I mean it's almost like a Terran versus Terran storm drop. Kinda.
But with the second vessel, could have.
J2VT realizes that this will only get worse from here.
Yeah, the BCs are out.
Yeah.
The drops didn't get enough damage done. And Backlofson takes a very methodical game.
Yeah, very textbook. Clean execution.
Held the positions well, and on a 2-player map, it is difficult. I said it's easy to split, but if you are kind of already being choked, it may be more difficult on a 4-player map.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the one who controls the center has a very, very strong position.
Yeah, unless they're busted. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see then. Game 2.
Game 2.
Good night.
Good night.
4-player map.
4-player map. Terran versus Terran. There we go. In the top right corner, in the red, we got J2T, Nom Clan, fighting for the U.E.D.
That's right. And in the bottom right, in the blue Terran, for GOSU, and also for Clan CWT, I think, it's Vaxapson.
Indeed. So I wonder if J2T will stick to a similar type strategy as last game, going for a 2-factory, delayed expansion, speed plus mines build, or if we'll see something else in this one.
Yeah. Is it going to be the kind of idea that, okay, you did something tricky in game 1, are you going to do the same trick or something else that is tricky in game 2, or are you going to play more normal builds since the 2-fact didn't work, or will you stick to your own guns? Remains to see.
Yeah.
Also, Lactose will they choose to mix it up now, or will they just stick to the 1-factory expansion?
On this map, you can't make 1 depot, 1 racks full wall. Wait, can you?
Well, that would be a 2 depot wall, right?
I mean, if you this one, but if you place the racks next to the depot,
yeah, further up. I'm not sure if that is fully buildable. Maybe someone in the chat knows. But
yeah, as a
I
third
don't
player,
see wall in TBT very often, to be honest.
Yeah, it's true. As a third player, these are the type of SimCity things I don't have to think much about.
That's true.
But yeah, I'm interesting to see. I mean, there are many builds one can do in this map, many openers.
Yeah.
Can do.
We have gas.
Yeah, I mean, in last game both did kinda late armors, if I remember correctly. So I wouldn't mind a Wraith opener.
Yeah, but it's interesting because they did fast starports, and late armors, but neither of them got any Wraiths.
Yeah.
It was Vessel and Dropship.
Yeah.
Both players not gonna scout. Yeah, they're both gonna scout each other last year, I believe. Unfortunate, but
keeping the balance in the scouting lottery.
Yeah, same time it evens out.
Yeah.
Factory going down. Both players. Let's see it.
Backlofson has pulled dudes off gas, and no, the opposite. J2T has removed from gas, and Backlofson has 3 still on gas. Seems like
gonna see a 2-factory here.
Yeah, it looks like a second factory coming up. So the builds are the opposite, reversed. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Now, is this like I'm gonna show you how it's really done, or is it gonna be a different two-fact, or what will we see here?
Yeah, maybe we'll get like double shop tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe we will get no shops and a third factory coming up.
No shop, just mass vulture
Yeah,
possible.
I mean you probably want one shop at
Okay,
least.
there's the shop. Yeah, one.
Command center before and no vulture.
High ground
From
CC, no add-on. Okay, two marine, no add-on, and high ground CC. Okay.
J2T is getting add-on but no vulture.
Yeah, exactly.
So that will be
I'm not,
tank, I think.
yeah, I'm not sure if like a proxy vulture could punish this, but we don't see that in this game. We
Yeah.
do see vulture and speed from Vaklapson, one add-on.
And
So
maybe we can get we will get some kind of run by.
yeah, we have the bunker here going down. Maybe upon seeing the wall, thinking, okay, there should have been a CC by now, most likely. So just getting that bunker.
Mm.
Maybe we might use the racks as Sim City too, but then you won't have the racks for vision.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
I
First
think
tank
you
is out.
I think you need the bunker if you're skipping vulture against like a free fact vulture pressure.
Right. Yeah. You would probably also, against vultures, you probably also want the depot at some point inside the net to tank some of the fire and also
Yeah, you need to like
block Sim City.
block a bit, so probably depot above bunker and barracks under.
These are four. So now we have four vultures coming with the marine. Vultures being built. Speed is done. Let's see here.
Oh,
SCVs are coming down.
and you're going in?
Going straight past the tank here.
You're going straight
Gets
straight to
into
the
mineral
source.
line. Straight
Oh.
into the mineral line.
Vultures are so fast at killing workers, it's insane.
Yeah, and these are like and these aren't probes even, okay? The tank kind of pushes them to that, but now the vultures just follow by. Behind this Vaklapson does have more vultures in the main, not choosing to run them in. Just get the tank slowly picking up, but these vultures got a lot of damage done. Look at the worker count here.
Yeah, that's not nothing to sneeze at. That's for sure.
Yeah. 15 SCVs for J2T against 27 for Vaklapson.
Mm.
Even with the one thing is that we do not have another command center, but who needs command centers if you can go 4 factories on one base?
Yeah.
4 factory vulture here.
Yeah, I mean vultures are very cheap, and
they are indeed,
and they are very
really,
fast.
really cheap. Oh, another run by here.
Oh.
Two marines in the bunker don't have that much DPS, but the tanks do pick them up.
Oh, that's a lot of tanks though.
Yeah.
Mines getting placed.
Mine placed to try and.
Oh.
One mine does go down, but this will hurt.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay. But still, this is a big disruption to the.
Oh. Will this one mine? No, it'll be safe for now.
I don't think there's gonna be a unit up there to trigger, but
you never know.
Okay, so this is
4 factory vultures.
4 factory and a starport against tank vulture. We do have an academy coming.
I mean, the dropship could be nice to support this full aggression on the front.
I'd imagine it's a drop, or do you want to get like
one Wraith to attack the tank on the attacking the tanks on the high ground with a Wraith would also be nice.
You have a lot of gas, of course, just making mass vultures, so you can go for that.
Yeah. I wanted to say something about I think it was J2T's gas bank in the early game. He kept workers on gas, but in the end he did use all his gas and had the gas shortage.
Oh, we're trying
the block!
The tanks are so efficient here with the SCV block, very nice.
SCV and vulture block, body blocking, and now the vultures are so far back that they might actually trigger mines. Something might come up here to try to deal with them, and
tank
mine
gets sieged up, more mines going down.
This is a non-stop onslaught from Vaklapson here.
Yeah, picking off more SVs. Tank now coming up. Might trigger a mine here. Is very low. Would go down.
Oh, it needs to be far back.
Siege is up. Is that in
Boom.
range? Yeah, of course. Of course, the tank is in range. More vultures out on the map here, picking off J2T's vulture.
Now Vacluson is starting to think about the transition here with our command center. We're actually
Yeah,
getting
and
raids. Freeport
this
Wraith.
is 3-port raid. Okay, so we're just going for this is
Vulture
like
Wraith.
in the command card, it's the leftmost unit.
Yeah.
We're seeing that kind of theme here, maybe.
Yeah,
But
but I like it. I mean, he has gotten a full scout on the Terran base, seen there's no eBay, no armory, it's only tanks.
there's no anti-air here. These raids could do a ton of damage.
Yeah. And I guess you want to like maximize the speed of the attack rather than look for sustain. So going for Freeport Wraith will make you get like critical mass of paper planes faster.
Yeah, could do that. We do have an armory being built now, so Goliaths could be up eventually, but part of it is realizing that it's raids and also it's a bit of a build time.
Yeah.
So let's see.
And you probably want to
Wow.
get Goliath range if so.
Yeah, no cloak though.
No cloak.
But then again, there are scans.
Yeah, cloak would be really strong against Goliaths, but will also cut into your Wraith count. You probably want to go in and one-shot these damage tanks on the high ground.
Yeah, this might just be a timing, just seeking to get as many units as possible in that sense. Just
Yeah, I think
continuous production.
maybe we'll go for the SVs.
Yeah, I mean, I think this natural is extremely vulnerable.
Yeah, it's very exposed.
Not even like, don't even need to stack them like mutas or anything. You just come in here and
Yeah,
find free food.
I mean 8 damage times 5 is 40, so you can almost two-shot this.
Yeah, and now over double the worker count here. J2T pulling back to the main. Is starting to queue up Goliaths here. Goliath range is started.
Yeah.
But this will still be a lot of damage until J2T can stabilize, I think.
Yeah, I mean now it's a quarter almost of the workers. It's
J2T does have some mines up on the map, and Backup doesn't have detection, so can't go for any tanks, but vultures and raids don't care about mines.
Yeah.
This is just more raids.
Oh my.
Continuous 3-port. Okay, one Goliath does pick up a raid.
Yeah, but it's eight Wraiths to kill.
Okay, doesn't even get a second raid, unfortunately. 8 raids do beat one Goliath.
Yeah.
Barely.
And 58. Oh my.
The mine gets one, that's unfortunate.
It's a connection.
Now, 2 Goliaths focusing.
Oh, SCV trying to...
SCV trying to repair, trying its best, but...
Repair Sagi is not Sagi
now,
enough. Yeah.
No resources left,
and it's
he taps out.
It's GG.
GG.
That was very brutal play from Vacluson.
Yeah, no
mercy.
No mercy there. The vultures and the raids did just continuous harass there on J2T's economy. No reprieve really.
Yeah, it was.
Thought that he had stabilized on the ground, and then there's the paper planes coming in.
Yeah, that was intense.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that
put another 2-0.
And it puts GO.S.U up to 11.
Yeah. And that leaves us then with the final match of this cast.
Yes.
Nerfingen against Frank.
So, oh, I got stuck on the creating game.
Oh, that happened. Classic bug.
Yes. So, going back to butter.
Yep.
In the top right corner, in red, we got Nerfingen for GOSU.
Yes.
And in the yes.
And in the bottom right, yeah. For the blue Terran, for the U.E.D, we have Frank. Now, back on butter here. Let's see if it's going to be similar to the other butter TVT we saw, or maybe something closer to the Goodnight game.
Yeah. I'm very very curious to see. I I don't know much about Frank,
Right.
but I know Nerfingen has been in CPL before as a Terran player, and at the start of this season, Nerfingen played only mirror matchups. So
Oh,
Terran versus Terran, Zerg versus Zerg, Protoss versus Protoss.
I
But
see.
after a few weeks, changed back to full Terran.
I think there are some other players also trying their hand at that.
Oh,
I think character in
character
tier
and
two.
Auto for a while also.
Otto, I think also in tier two does that.
We're getting a
So
barracks
this,
before depot build from Frank.
yeah, I think this was an Atrax, but it's in the main. But this can be a lot of marine pressure. The thing is, it's a long rush distance though.
Yeah, it's a very long rush distance. I think it's a defensive Atrax.
Yeah, could be. And Nerfingen does have a wall of their own, so similar to what we saw in Butter previously,
Mm.
which would stop any early pressure. Well, I mean, they could actually pick up the SAV building the max maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
Eventually, I think the wall would do very well against early pressure.
Yeah, and I think this wall is actually tight.
Yeah, it's a bit further to the left, isn't it?
Yeah,
Bugs the SAV out to go for the scout.
nice.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. We have a gas. We have the gas going down for nitrogen. Pretty much normal timing, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, slightly ahead of Frank's. So I think the factory would be a bit quicker too.
Yeah, it probably should be. Um,
But now the marine is done. The two marines are done, and let's see what we choose to do with them.
mm. And now Nerfingen is about to have enough resources to make a factory.
Yeah, so shouldn't be moving up to tech 3. Actually, one thing I just remembered, like before it gets too intense, doesn't Nerfingen uh, help a lot with like server space for the CPL app? I believe I saw
Hmm.
something about that announced at some
Yeah, that's
point.
possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that might be true.
if I'm not misremembering, then huge props to them for that.
Yeah, definitely.
The web app has done a lot for us. But
Yeah, I mean it's been a lot work in progress, but I think overall it's been very a very good change, and I
yeah,
think
I mean, of course, it takes time to implement something like that, but
mm,
instead of just relying on Team Liquid posts and Discord messages, I think having once something like that gets properly done, it's very nice to have for the community.
yeah, definitely. I think I mean it has alleviated a lot of work for the staff for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you would know. Oh,
Yep.
okay. So we have two factories here from Nerfingen getting an add-on, and then one factory currently from Frank. See if they choose to go for an expansion here or another factory. One
Mm.
SCV on gas, so it could be an expansion.
Yeah, it would make sense. Can afford it.
Yeah.
Uh, and the SCV out here making sure to know if Nerfingen is about to take an expansion.
Mm.
But
Yeah. This looks
behind,
like two factory vulture.
yeah, we're getting the vulture speed first. I guess you always want to get vulture speed first, even if you're getting both, because it means your vultures get active and can attack faster, and then
Yeah,
mines finish up as you reach the enemy, I guess.
yeah, it's a longer upgrade, so I
Okay.
think just as a default thing, if you're going for this build at least, it makes sense to get speed first.
Mm. Yeah, that's
If you're
true.
going for like a factory expand into three factory vulture, you can go mines first if you suspect that it's like. I guess you can go mines first if you suspect it's a tank, or if it's a one base
Yeah, or if
tank
you're going
play.
for like a one shop build. I think when I've
I don't
been
know.
experimenting with Terran versus
Yeah.
Terran, I've been doing fac expand into 3 factory 1 shop vultures, and then I get
Yeah, I think you
mines.
would just well, I think you
Mm.
would just get one shop either way with a regular three fact build, but you would get speed first against to micro better against the other vultures.
Yeah, that's true. It's like speedlings versus slowlings, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. In vulture mirror, you definitely want speed first.
Mm.
Okay, we have a tank here from Frank, so they can try and defend against the vulture pressure. Also, this choke between the main and the map is pretty narrow. Vultures can't really get through there,
Yeah,
but these mines do get placed for some map control.
they'll kinda get tripped over each other too if you try to like place mines close by vultures. If
All
you're
right,
if you're
yeah,
blocking the narrow choke.
right. You can get some glitching there.
Yeah,
CC is up though for Frank here, so they can get into that mining, but holding quite a bit.
yeah. The
Okay, we
expansion
have
is up a lot faster.
yeah. The question is, can you get it operational safely here? I think you can with the tank here, even against the vultures outside.
Yeah. I do like that Frank sent the barracks to scout with. Um,
Yeah.
Nerfingen
Now
is
the
still
turret
playing a
though.
bit blind, other
This
than
is so
facts.
this is so frustrating though.
Yeah,
If you don't notice that the turret went up under the racks,
yeah,
yeah, it's unfortunate.
yeah. That's
Now
very unfortunate. And
I would
now
really like. Sorry, go ahead.
Nerfingen is getting up a turret and putting up like a soft contain here with the mines, and the
Yeah,
tank is
yeah.
coming up
Now
too.
tank coming in.
Siege about to
Siege mode
finish.
almost done. This can be
Th-
a tough contain.
Yeah, they seem to
Frank
have
only have one tank
uh,
here.
yeah, and it's a far reinforcement path. But
Yeah,
they
I think
did
they both
sink.
have siege mode. Yeah,
Yeah.
both sieging up here. But the vultures can make the difference
Oh,
here coming in if
I'm.
they do get some mines. So, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I
I
mean,
think they
when
only.
it's sieged like that, you can actually move in and put mines next to it,
Yeah,
and
but it's tricky.
that would have
Uh,
made for a really strong contain
yeah,
from nerfing here.
I would still like to see though, like even not thinking about the contain the SCVs here in the right now. Frank does have a decent SCV count, is even with Nerf engine here, but a lot of them aren't mining very efficiently because they should they haven't transferred workers from the main to the
Yeah,
natural. I think
it's very oversaturated in the main.
a lot of the workers here are moving between patches, not able to find a place to mine.
Second barracks. Oh yeah, because first barracks
We
died.
lost the barracks, so
Yeah,
we need. It's unfortunate. Now we can't add factories because we don't have the barracks.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
that uses our tackle here a lot.
oh,
And oh, siege is up a bit too far forward. And yeah, now Nerf Engine just has the production advantage
yeah. We
over Frank here,
start to
even
ramp
with
up.
even being on one base.
Yeah,
So
slightly
we
behind
still
on
won.
workers now, but the second command
Oh, and the
center.
mine goes off on the tank here.
Oof.
Now four tanks, and Frank doesn't have a tank.
Oh, and a mine
Would have
in the
been
main.
used. Yeah, that mine will hit, and then
Yeah.
this is a rough position. If Nervigen realizes that Frank is completely exposed here, they
Yeah,
can move in.
yeah, unsiege and move in and set up.
The Vulture getting some damage though. Gets a few
Oh,
SCVs. Tank comes out. Oh, now it's so vulnerable.
yeah,
One-shotable now. Even even unsieged tanks can come in now. But you need to realize it's not easy to realize kind of when you have a death grip on somebody
yeah.
like this.
Like it's easy to kind of fall into a trap that, as is right now, it's in my favor. The more
Ooh,
but
the
second,
mine there.
damn.
That's so unfortunate. But yeah,
Uh,
go
so,
back to your point.
yeah. So like you have this contain set up, and you know that like you have an advantage now, and
Right.
if you just hold on to it, then that is in your favor. But if you
Yeah.
like move in an attack and oh shit, it was 3 more tanks than I expected, and I walked into mines, and I lost all my army, then I would die. Uh,
Yeah.
so it's easy to like fall into the trap of okay, I have like checkmate here, but
Yeah. I mean,
uh,
also we don't know if Frank has their own mines because we're actually I don't know if Nerf can scan ahead. Like maybe there could be mines further up there.
Yeah,
Don't,
maybe.
we don't
Yes,
really know.
mines
We know that there aren't, but
mines can definitely
there's no.
like make oh, I just have to move into oh shit, I think I maybe lost my advantage.
Yeah, definitely possible. Nitrogen here going up between 3 factories, starport. Well, now Frank did get the barracks up, got a second factory out,
Do,
but
do you know that if do you know if you use the barracks to try to land, it can't land on mines, right? But you will just get the error message if there's a mine
yeah,
under.
yeah. I mean, it's like if a CC wants to land on a mine, right?
Yeah, it will
Because
look like you can land, but you can't land.
yeah,
Mm.
you can like it's gonna look green, but then it's gonna say you can't land there. So
Yeah.
I guess you could try and get that.
Oh,
Okay, now we're sieging up in
range of the
hitting the
SCVs.
SCVs actually. So this is like kind of putting a timer
Yeah.
on Frank here to some extent, even more so.
Frank would really need to get his second gas going.
Yeah, try and match tank production here.
Yeah.
I'd like to see another add-on also
Mm.
in more factories because we do have a bit of a bank here, so you can kind of just if you can use that to just put up a lot of production buildings and make a lot of tanks,
Yeah.
then
Because the
it's kind
expo
of
was
fun.
faster. So
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
behind here we get a second starport from Nerfingen and a third CC.
yeah. Probably going into raids here then. That's a
Mm,
yeah,
that would make sense.
yeah,
Or dropships. But then I'd like to see a shop on the first one. Or control tower, I guess it's called.
yeah. Same, you know.
Add-on.
Yeah. So you played SC2, huh?
Little bit.
What you're trying to say? Okay, I see.
Uh, okay, so we have 9 tanks for Nerfingen and 3 tanks for Frank.
Hmm. Still kind of just sieging, poking at these SCVs mining here.
Yeah.
These SCVs have a tough job. They're being sent to their
Yeah.
deaths. Basically, no regard for human life here by Frank. HR policies not really in place.
Yeah.
Um,
Like go working in the coal mines, get for the
yeah,
minerals, and like if you get bad spots, you might get shot by tanks.
it is what it is. You
Yeah.
know, tough life in the
Got,
crew sector.
gotta put in your hours.
Yeah. So adding a lot of factories at home, Nerfingen is quite a few tanks. Maybe worried about a drop here. So keeping
Maybe. I
some of them
mean,
at home.
dropship could be one way to lose. I mean, when you have like a
Yeah,
big advantage, you must always try to think how could I lose this game?
yeah. Like in the last game,
Mm.
the drops did get quite a lot of damage done.
Yeah.
Could do here as well. Now we do know that there aren't drops coming. We do have a wraith coming from Frank, looking to poke a bit, maybe at the tanks here at the
Yeah.
front.
I mean, it could deal with the tanks on the side that are like the main threat at this point because there's no
Yeah,
turret close there.
but the right side is covered by the turret, and one turret can hold so many wraiths.
Yeah.
Not even funny. Mm-mm.
So we have more tanks reinforcing here, and the scan going off in the main and in the natural. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's always difficult to kind of know who is scanning what.
Yeah.
CVT.
I was lucky. I was looking at the Frank's main, so I saw the
Yeah. Oh, some vultures get baited in. Fortunately,
uh,
Wraith is out.
5 tanks. I mean, 5 kills on the tanks is a quite good job still.
Yeah. Okay. Now we have the lights here. Even more anti-wraith.
No mercy.
Does get poked. Does get poked by Frank's tank though. Just be careful.
Soon the crucial +2 upgrade is done for Nerfingen.
Yeah. Very big upgrade lead there once they get that.
Mm.
Physics lab is done. So we might see battle cruisers later.
Yeah.
Oh, one tank gets pulled in here
Oh,
under the barracks. Does go down. But now these two tanks here are pretty low.
yeah.
Just from the continuous exchange going on between them.
Yeah, they need to be repaired.
Yeah.
I do think,
Repairs can really make all the difference here against no repair.
yeah. I
But
do
both
like
sides.
the battle cruiser transition from Nerfingen because he has perpetually access to 4 gas.
Yeah, it's a way to solidify kind of any advantage even further.
Yeah.
Even against the raids, which I mean, you could think raids do well against DCs, but just with the economy game here, I think Nerfing can get enough DCs out to handle one starport production.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Hoping
like a
that
bit like Scourge. Like Scourge do a lot of damage to battle cruisers, but battle cruisers
yeah,
kill them in 2 shots.
poking at the tanks now and the ranks, but need to be careful.
Yeah,
Does
fine.
find a sweet spot actually. I wasn't sure that on the right side there would be a sweet spot, but is able to pick up some tanks
Oh,
here.
can even maybe deny this turret. Oh, but
Maybe,
stay
maybe.
a little bit hold
Poking
position.
at the turret.
Oh,
Well, yeah, they, like the raids move in just a bit when I want to like.
oh,
Okay, gets the SCV there.
at 99.99%
You hate
finished.
to see that. I mean, usually that's like with a DT or something. The turret's almost being done, but also works here.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Now just kind of poking. And it was unfortunate because we had some Goliaths here, but I think they all got pulled into the tank fire.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
Oh, there's some at the back here actually being rallied.
Yeah, back up.
Yeah. Vultures. Yeah, now the Goliaths coming here. They have range. We'll force the raids back for now. No cloak, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can't engage with that.
Yeah.
And Nerfingen here has vision over the high ground third, not at 6 though. So
Yeah.
lifted command center could still.
Could have hit the base there, but now there is a vulture going down there as you say that. Check, can lay a mine there also.
Cast a curse.
Together. There we go. Just predict correctly, you know. Just don't predict wrong. Easy.
True.
No.
So I'd still like to see some more control towers, and yeah, Nerfingen is getting the 3rd and 4th gas.
Yeah, both sides mining out their main now.
Yeah.
That will lead Frank on one day's mining soon, but with a big bang.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Going down.
don't. I mean, what would you spend your resources on mainly? I mean, I guess factories.
Well, it's difficult. Like without this gas being taken, without the gas bank, it's difficult. You can't really just make vultures and have that win the game for you here at Gale.
Yeah, you can't break out with vultures.
Yeah, or marines.
Or marines, yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Maybe if you could get like 5 dropships and some more tanks, you could take 6 o'clock by dropping yourself out of.
Right, but you would need the element of surprise though to not have the big frontal contain here kind of go and clear that out until you can set it up. But yeah, it's possible. Or even like bottom left, mid bottomish left doesn't have a mine on it.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Can get there. That's could be a hidden location.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we have the first battle cruisers out on the map. Yeah.
Yeah, I see some being built. Yeah, the first one is out. First one is out. Getting the upgrades now. Getting Yamato. Kind of. Second starport now coming for, and there is the dropship now you were talking about earlier from Frank. So
Yeah.
looking to
I mean,
get out and see.
I mean, I don't think you can really cost efficiently break this contain. It's so many tanks, and the path out
top
is
right base here is completely exposed.
Yeah.
So the natural has one turret. I think the drop could do a lot of damage there.
Yeah, if you get out on the map, there's big potential to actually do
Yeah.
some moves because
Yeah.
all units are here at the contain.
Yeah. This is a bit like a lurker contain
Yeah,
in terms of that. Nerfogen has been rallying absolutely everything, just reinforce it almost. Now there are 2 battle cruisers in the main which could help pick off a vulture drop, but those aren't very quick either.
yeah,
Vultures are pretty quick.
slow but deadly.
Yeah. Okay, Wraiths poking in, trying to get shots on the racks here.
Trying to get some value where I can.
Yeah. Ooh, goes down too quick.
Battle
Okay,
cruiser do
ranks
go
that.
down, so that cuts down on the vision of these tanks.
Yeah, and you can't add more factories now either. You're
Yeah,
going to.
yeah, true. But you can add more starports.
That is true. I mean, why make ground unit when you can make air unit?
Yep. And
Okay, second.
nearing maxed as well.
Yeah, second dropship is out now. There's a few more vultures. Could see if they choose to load up. Okay, going for the 2 tank and the 4 vulture here.
Mm.
Oh, gets
Oh,
scanned though. Just as move is moving
yeah,
out.
get scanned
That's unfortunate.
instantly.
Yeah, spider senses tingling.
Yeah.
2 tanks here. He sees the vulture. They drop out here to try and.
Oh no.
Oh no, the mine. Now both of these are very fragile.
Yeah, that was super
They float it out
unfortunate.
again.
Yeah, go home and repair
Is,
them, I think.
is Frank gonna repair them? Oh no, don't. Careful, careful, careful. Oh,
Oh no.
that's.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I think should I repair them?
Yeah, repair is. Repair is so strong. Now this BC count is just growing here. That is like the final win condition, no matter what kind of in this matchup at this point.
Yeah, and getting the upgrades to go with them.
Yeah, Frank is trying to get into raids now, but let's see. Ghost drop coming out, and now the BCs are coming out on the map. Let's see if okay, Vulture's coming in, aggroed in maybe by the tank fire. Mines going down on the tanks. Oh, and the tank goes down. Natural. Dropship goes down. Vultures inside the Frank's main here, but there's no mining going on here, so don't get a lot done. And more vultures, but the cavalry is coming. BCs are here. Across the map now. Going in for the natural base here. The last mining, just going straight for the CC.
And Frank calls to GG.
Frank tapped out. GG's from both sides. That's 1-0.
Yes. Indeed. I think
Methodical kind of play in that sense. Got the contain up, then was safe and knows that BCs are a win condition, but at the same time, when Nerfingen did have scans, you can say that okay, saw that it was a very light defense from Frank there,
yeah.
but a methodical way to end it also.
Yeah, very like by the book type of
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
I think for Frank's part, he probably wanted more factories and take the second gas to be able to
Yeah.
ramp up production. Was I think stuck on 2 factories for
Yeah,
most
I
of
think
the game.
just being contained doesn't mean you have to be stuck, sort of, because maybe often the contain is through vulture counts and mines and so on, and then a higher tank count can eventually help you break out of that,
Yeah,
or earlier starport tech, or there are options to break out of a contain like that, but without the second gas, it's difficult to get into those tech units
yeah,
at
indeed.
the critical mass to break out, because it will be inefficient. Like once you have to attack into a defending position.
Yeah, and
There.
as we were talking about in the PVC earlier, like it all boils down to the contain, kinda. So you need to make stuff and make sure to get around it somehow and put pressure, and you need to like keep up production to be able to not, I mean, fall behind, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see now. Going into game 2.
Yes. So in the top left corner, we got Frank, um, representing the UED, United Emu Directorate.
That's right. And in the bottom right, cross positions, we have for GOSU. In the red turn, we have Nerf and Jump.
Who is
So,
currently up 1-0 in the series.
yeah, indeed, one of
And
the series.
is the final best of 3 for today.
Yeah.
And
So,
for this round 1 part, GO.S.U versus U.E.D.
well, potentially. I mean, it's. Let's see. It can be the final one.
I think it's the last game to be casted from this war.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Hmm.
Yeah, indeed.
Uh,
We are in the last series. Now we'll have this depot at the front here. So maybe we'll get your theory tested here about the wall.
yeah, maybe. I think the last, I don't remember, was it Vaclavson or was it J2VT? They
I think it
also
was
made
back
the
somewhere.
he also made the depot here, but didn't make the barracks next to it. Did
Right.
it at the
Made
bottom.
the barracks as if it was TVZ, I think,
Mm.
below the depots to
Yeah.
some extent.
We'll
Yeah.
see. This time Frank went for the depot first.
Yeah.
Not as nervous of initial pressure.
Well, it's a
Oh,
4-player map, so you
yeah.
can.
Did make the barracks closer to the location I was thinking about.
Yeah. But can anything get below the barracks here? I'm not sure because barracks below the depot here should be a wall, right? Yeah. Okay. SV gets out there.
Yeah, it's not tight on the left.
Yeah. Indeed. Gas going down for an air engine. We have an SCV scout. Is this a double scout or is it going to be? I think it's a. Yeah, this looks like a double scout.
Or
So,
are we getting something spicy? No, barracks in the main and gas.
well, or are we worried about some? Well, this could be something proxied, but or we're worried about some aggressive opener from close positions, maybe.
Yeah, maybe like a proxy factory or BBS maybe.
Yeah, or well, of course, we could also just proxy ourselves. We have to see. But
Yeah.
without the gas, okay, gas now starting to be mined. On Frank's side.
Unfortunate when you double scout and you see, okay, it's the only location I haven't scouted.
Yeah, that's the Terran nightmare, wasn't it?
So we have a factory coming up for nerf again.
Yeah. Still, we're mining gas.
So quite soon I expect to see a factory from Frank too.
Yeah, we have the gas right there. There we go. Right, second.
And I think we're getting a second factory from nerf again.
I think so. I think that SCV is in the position for it. The one below the factory here.
Yeah.
Microing the SCV here. Gets it out. Always nice to keep the scout alive.
Yeah, 12 HP.
And I think that's there we go. There's the second factory. Plop down right in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, Frank doesn't care about. Yeah. So what? I'm gonna put down 2 factories. Now you have to respond to it.
Yeah. And we get the second factory from Frank here too.
Yeah. So
Following
mirror
suit.
builds here. Some SV harass going on. The vulture does come out. Pick that off.
And lifting up to maybe put more in line with the under one.
Yeah, I think just to fix the SimCity
Yeah.
add-on. Also, like you can sometimes, but I think that was just too close to the CC to fit an add-on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably true.
yeah. So let's see now if it's going to be vultures again. Or if it's going to
We're
be
getting Vulture before shop from Frank.
indeed.
Same as Nerfigan. But
And
Nerfigan has
CC.
both shops going. Oh, a CC.
So it's a bit more similar a bit to what we saw last game, isn't it? Frank with the earlier command center, Nerfingen with the
Higher pressure build.
yeah, a bit at least.
Yeah.
We have mines coming up for Nerfingen.
Okay. So that's the first norm breakage, so to speak, for the
Well,
evening.
it's 2 add-on. Yeah,
Yeah, normally all other has gone for speed first.
that's true. That's true. 2 add-on and academy. So
Mine,
maybe worried about opposing sides mines.
yeah, maybe.
And
Frank
okay,
also getting mines
bit of a
first.
move out. Bit of a move out here from
Hmm.
Frank. But the SCB will now be able to get in here. There's a vulture though. Pick that
Yeah,
up.
will be one-shotted without getting info.
Oof.
More than
Impressive.
seeing the
Oh, oh,
nexus.
oh, oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that one on
Okay,
win
there we go. It was just
256?
like that was like a moment of mercy, I think. Okay, vulture against Nerfman gets the first shot there.
70
But
HP.
yeah, mine's okay. Now Frank does have the vultures needed to hold this, but they're off to the left here.
Yeah, I wonder if
And
Frank was thinking that maybe mine triggers for vultures.
maybe. Because now Nerfingen is able to get value here, like picking off one vulture at a time and gets the mines up on the ramp. Tank does come out,
Yes.
which can trade okay against vultures, but these mines.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Vulture
Oh.
killed the mine, I think. Vulture was the tank.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe, yeah.
Now, Frank's vulture.
Oh.
Okay, they all go down.
Simultaneous destruction. Fall free.
Tank remains. And the CC is up. Oh, but eats 2 mines, goes down.
Damn.
And now these vultures are just coming in here. And now these units to the left here will.
A third
Two vultures,
CC
though.
in this moment of adversity. That's ballsy.
That's that's ballsy. Okay, now these vultures from Nerfingen being rallied across. And we have tanks actually now coming up. And I'm not sure if we have siege mode yet. Frank's starting to. Oh, Marines coming in, but against this vulture count. Marines do good DPS, but they die so quickly here.
Yeah.
These vultures can wreak havoc. Now there's no tank out to hold them back, and they can go to town on the SCV line here. Good to have command centers, but if you don't have SCVs, you can't really make good use of them.
Yeah, you also need SCVs to be able to populate your newly made CCs.
Yeah, that's old tanks seating up on the ramp here, just you shall not pass through here.
Yeah, in between the mines.
Yeah. Kind of a moat, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, now sieging in range of the SCV.
These do look very dicey. 5 minerals and
yeah. Frank
taps out.
It's good pressure there from Nerfingen.
Yeah, definitely.
Finds the damage and is able to take that.
Yeah, the vulture harassment was on point. Placing the mines, very nice.
The mines got a lot done against the single tank trying to clean up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that 2-0 for Nerfingen then, and
it concludes the GOSU versus U.E.D. first round to 12-7. So
yeah.
GOSU's moving on to the semifinals.
Indeed.
But
GO.S.U moves on then, and then well fought. Especially a lot of great games here. Also, I really liked the games yesterday, which you were casting with Neblime.
Yeah, it was some really. It's been some really great games in this batch of games. GOSU versus U.E.D.
Eskia here with the shade on his fellow Terrans here. Some Swedish moves. Yeah. No. So that means GO.S.U goes into the semifinals, the CPL playoff.
Indeed. Um, and we'll have to say thanks to U.E.D for this season.
Yeah. A lot of
And
good games.
yeah, I think the next cast will be on. Will there be one tomorrow? I'm not sure, but there will be one on Friday.
I believe there's a cast tomorrow. I'm not sure if there will be another cast tonight at the NA hours. I believe there's a cast tomorrow for the other series between Korean mechanics and Court-Pupil lifeguards, I believe, but I'm not fully confident on that just yet.
Hmm. But stay tuned and keep your eyes on the official stream channel. We're trying to
Yeah,
cover all the games in the playoffs.
yeah, and
Uh,
also there will be the ping of the in the Discord channel
oh yeah, of
when
course.
it's go live, of course.
S
'Cause we'll try to cast the whole playoffs, so all of you will get to show off your great and less great moments for the
Indeed.
big audience. So thanks a lot for tuning in. It was a blast, first time for me, but so feel free to leave any feedback.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Anytime. And thanks for sticking around even with the third co-caster, uh, pitching in on various locations in the series.
Indeed.
But have a good evening, everyone, and
Yeah.
keep StarCrafting.
Take care. Take care.
Take care.